Welcome to episode 8 of the A&R Podcast. I am your host, well, co-host for that matter, Big Glacier, a.k.a. Big A. Lee. Who else could it be? You know it's me. I got my co-host right here next to me.
Devin, a.k.a. Ronnie, a.k.a. Ronnie Huncho.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you doing?
Exactly.
Formal greetings.
How are you doing, actually? How are you doing?
I had to spend time at the BMV today, and it's
Damn.
pouring rain, so
Damn,
that's the summary of my day.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow, so yeah.
Yeah, I get my second shot tomorrow, too, so
Ooh, yeah, that back beating your ass.
I'm finna be in the bed ski.
But
yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
So
follow us.
episode 8, this week we got a lot to get into. I think we're going to start with My Hero, and then we're going to get into some NBA stuff. Dame has been going absolutely crazy. A lot of NBA players coming out party. Like I said, John's been going crazy too.
We ain't even plugged no socials.
Oh, fuck.
We ain't plugged no socials. I'm waiting like, bruh. We ain't plugged no. You ain't even plug your own socials, did you?
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Damn. Follow me on Twitter I actually changed my @ on Twitter finally.
Why?
Because I didn't want my name in it. I didn't want A. Lee in it. You don't need to know who I am. So I just changed it to Big Glacier. Anyway, follow me on Twitter Big Glacier 3Gs. You can also follow me on Instagram, same thing. Follow us on TikTok at the A&R Podcast and
Twitter,
Yep.
Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram,
Yep.
SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe, notifications.
Yep. You gonna plug yours? Talking about you plug yours.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Ronnie Hunch, Instagram Ronnie.hunch.
Yep.
Hey, the pod socials come first. I don't care if
Exactly,
y'all
that's
follow
true.
me. Follow the pod.
You don't want no clout?
I'd rather have the pod have clout.
That's facts. But if the pod get clout, then we get clout
Exactly.
collaterally.
Exactly.
Damn, that's crazy. But like I said, we get in. I think we're about to start with My Hero Academia, right? My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about 10 episodes in to this season of My Hero. I don't want to say it's been bad, but it hasn't been great, to say the least. Not saying I'm hating on it, but I just feel like they could come a little harder. Pause. I don't. Okay. Even though I started with hate, I will let me say this. So the past couple episodes, well, not even past couple of episodes, all the episodes up to this point have been in training arc. They're still in this training, like, city thing, and they're doing the team battles. Next episode will be the episode that Deku and Shinzo finally, get to throw hands. I'm interested to see how that goes, knowing Shinzo can't fight and Deku is literally a god. So
Yeah, I'm letting you get the positivity out because
okay, all right.
there's very little positive things I have to say.
Okay. Positivity from my side. Okay, so to start off,
Last time I think we talked about it on the pod, we left off with the Tokoyami fight. So
yes, okay. So the Tokoyami fight, well, the Tokoyami / Momo fight, for what it was. Okay, so I'm examining this for what it's worth. This show is not a super super serious deep show. It's not like these kids is actually like dying, at least right now in this point. So taking it for what it is. The fight ended pretty well. She ended up giving him some thermal goggles. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. I think that shows Momo's creativity. I think him learning how to fly like mid-fight is also pretty like putting his cloak over him and then having the bird carry him. That was also pretty
Hawks taught him that, which is kind of
The other team was kind of mild, but they still ended up losing. Like they pretty much only had the big fist girl, and then the rest was randoms.
Yeah.
Lita's fight or Ida's fight was actually pretty fucking turd. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like they hoed Todoroki.
There's no way. Yeah, they did. But there's no way that you can say that fight wasn't turd.
I didn't like it. No, I thought they hoed Todoroki for little to no reason.
Why do you think they hold him?
So one of my things.
Tetsu is full steel.
Yeah,
he's literally the full metal.
But think about how he has the same thing as fucking Kirishima, and he literally was the first one out on his team. But anyways, one of my big things with the show is I feel like they try too hard to try to even out the screen time for characters.
Yeah.
They try too much. So I feel like what happened in that fight was Todoroki's had too much screen time up to this point. So we're not going to let him go super crazy. Ida hasn't had screen time for a minute. So let's let Ida go crazy. Do you see what I mean? It's never I feel like accurate to how the characters would really perform. It's accurate to how the plot wants to affect their screen time.
Yeah, but I mean
Which
that's
is mid
not
to me.
that's not necessarily a well. I feel like that's one of the gripes about writing a show. So like when you write a show that has multiple characters, especially multiple characters that are like pivotal to the story, like you have to give them some some screen time. Everybody got to
I feel
eat,
like
you know what I mean?
every person in Class A don't need to have their own little arc, don't need to have their own little story. Like with every fight, like I feel like it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I feel like it only really hurts the people at the top.
Yeah, I feel like.
I will say one thing positive
Bakugo's
before
fight.
we start cooking it. Yeah.
All right. But before we get on Bakugo's fight, I want to say, the lead of the Ida fight was actually pretty turned. The animation on that fight was impeccable. I mean, it's not like My Hero was a low budget anime, so the animation is always gonna be turned. I can say that for certain. The anime, and the animation is always gonna be turned. So on that tip, it was good. I actually like Ida's character a lot. How he's like super like virtuous and like I want to save people. For some reason, like it doesn't feel like corny coming from him. I think it's because honestly I think it's because of his brother. Like I think him being like the little bro and being like him looking up to his brother like I want to be like just like my brother. I feel like that makes it less corny as compared to him being like I want to save everybody because I couldn't save my friend before.
I personally don't really care for Ida. I think he's mid. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I understand.
Who do you like on this show?
I understand.
Bakugo and Todoroki.
I mean,
Nobody.
All the characters that get nerfed, Mirio is my very favorite character.
Yeah.
Nerfed, All Might nerfed, like
Nerfed into
come on.
oblivion too.
Literally,
like
All Might is so nerfed. He has no chance to even throw hands with one of the students. Like,
bro, every time All Might is on screen in his deflated form, like the way
it just hurts.
The way they draw his face so pointy is just so hilarious to me.
Yeah,
his little hair be like sticking out, like they make him look so malnourished and down bad. It's hilarious.
He do look so down bad every time they show him.
Literally, the one guy though who was fighting the drill kid, the monkey dude, the karate monkey. You know what I'm talking about?
The karate monkey.
Yeah.
No, I'm lost.
The karate monkey with the tail that actually didn't do
Oh
anything.
yeah, that has no powers, just a tail. He has no quirk. His quirk is having a tail. Like,
bruh, that karate monkey literally didn't do shit, bruh. He didn't get a kill. He didn't give a kill. He didn't do anything.
He never does anything.
Bruh, he literally just sparred with bruh for a couple minutes and then waited for Ida to come save him.
That's one of the main things that I feel like this arc is like taught me is that like a lot of Class A is really trash for real.
Bruh,
like really garbage.
Bruh,
like,
even Uraraka said that. She was like, yeah, everybody over there quirk is kind of live, but we can float stuff and make stuff burn, and we got sticky balls. And they was
Literally.
like, yeah, but they was like, yeah, we kind of trash. And I was like,
I
yeah,
realized
you
that
are.
because Todoroki's team, besides for Ida, trash.
Yep.
Bakugo's team was garbage.
Tate-
and Deku's team
Man?
was garbage.
Bruh, Tate
like,
Man? Like, are you serious?
literally.
They gave Bakugo Tate Man? Be for real.
Can I get into Bakugo yet?
Go ahead,
Because
go ahead.
it's time to
I'm going to let
gas.
you lead on Bakugo.
Bruh. So, first of all, the main thing with Bakugo this whole time has been that his flaw is that he doesn't want to work with nobody. He don't fuck with nobody. You know, he's all ego.
Yep.
This episode, he was like, fuck that. I'm about to show y'all how lit I am. I'm working with people.
Yeah.
And so that episode to me has been the best episode so far.
I agree.
Because him working with them was so lit. And the fact that he won no injuries in 5 minutes with the team he had was insane. That to me just showed that like Bakugo, like his main flaw, like if he starts working with people, he should be the best person in Class A.
Yeah. That's
Which
true.
is why the next episode pissed me off so much. But like,
it was like
the ending was so funny too. He was like, Deku talked to him. He's like, "Move, scum!" And he was like 10 feet away. He wasn't even near him. Like,
he was like, "Oh well." Bakugo's fight, like I said, the animation is always gonna be turned. Every time Bakugo fights, it's a pleasure to watch on the screen. I feel like the people they had him fighting, like let's go over who Bakugo fought. Number one, he fought the girl that could split herself into 50 pieces, right?
yeah, which
the
that
lizard
shit was
girl.
kinda cool.
He fought the horn girl. You know what I'm talking about? The girl that
He fought the dude. Didn't he also fight the dude that like got like the blades shooting out the side of him, like the lizard looking?
Yeah.
dude?
The sword fall. He fought him, bruh. But that horn girl, her accent was so hilarious.
It was so funny in both. Cause I watched one episode of both, and in both it was terrible. Like in both it sounded so bad. I was like, what?
It was hilarious in the sub. Like when they try to have people speak English in sub, it's always hilarious, bro. Even when they have what's the microphone dude name? You know what I'm talking about. The dude that's a microphone, his power is being loud. They be having him speaking and he'd be like, come on, let's go. That should be funny as fuck, bro. Oh my god. That should be giving me weak.
That was one thing I feel like with this arc, though, that's been one of the reasons why it hasn't been as entertaining is we had no introduction to Class B before this. So a lot of these episodes is like half of it.
The first tournament, right?
Yeah, is us not knowing. So it's like half of the fight until they explain their quirks. It's like us kind of like guessing like what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like if we knew their quirks more to where they didn't have to be explained as much. Because I feel like a lot of these episodes is explaining Class B.
Yeah.
I feel like if we had a better relationship with them before this, that this arc would be more effective than it is.
I feel that. Yeah. And I also feel like it would allow for them to fight a little bit harder because even though like they were like keep the damage to a minimum, the only person that really turned up like that was like Bakugo and Tetsu and like Todoroki. Like, everybody else was kind of just like going about their business. You know.
Yeah, that's what I love too about Bakugo's episode was it wasn't like he was working with people and he was like mild, like calming down. Like he was still pissed, like angry, like he was still like he didn't change his character, but like he just improved it. Yeah, which I thought. Like I said, like we talked about, like this isn't a show like we like praise for its writing, but I feel like that was kind of good. I did think it was a little bit corny that they were like, "Oh, him playing in the band like is what gained his trust." Like, I don't know about that one.
Now, with that being said, now that Bakugo has teamwork, now I'm even more excited for this training arc to be over because now I want to see how he actually functions in a real situation and like a real like situation where he's with his other teammates because you know Bakugo do the thing where he's like, I'm going over here, I'm doing this, y'all stay over there, y'all do that, you know what I mean? But now if he's actually willing to work with the team, considering how strong he is, it's gonna be up.
You still never saw the second movie, did you?
The one where he got one for all?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah, you need to see that. But so like after that episode, I was like on a high. I was like, damn, like My Hero, like after this arc, like it's really gonna be lit. And then this next episode happened, bro.
You don't see. This is what I'm saying. I don't think you're gonna agree with my take. I don't completely dislike him getting all the quirks. I don't.
8.
I don't completely dislike that.
You think 8 quirks for Deku is fair, or makes any kind of sense?
I think it makes sense. I don't know if it's necessarily fair. He's definitely OP.
Let's go back and just talk about the fact that Todoroki, for having 2, like, got recommended. He didn't even have to take the test to get into UA. For having 2, like, he was that OP.
Facts.
We're giving this man Deku 8. One of which was such a good quirk that it was the quirk of the #1 hero for years. And he's having 7 more besides for that. Bruh,
I mean,
come on, bro.
There
is no way that makes any sense.
He's the he's the child of destiny. You know what I mean? Like,
my thing is, it's like if they were gonna make him this OP and lit, they should have had like his personality does not match that at all, and it still doesn't. Yeah. Like, so they're just gonna make him this OP mess, but like
he's gonna be crying still.
Exactly. It's like 8 quirk Deku, like
still crying after
somebody actually a manga reader got at me at Twitter for calling that shit out there, like, oh, like, obviously you ain't seen the manga, like, Shigaraki's too crazy, like, he had to have 8 quirks. I'm like, okay, like, that doesn't make it not cheese. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying the episode before. I'm like, if that was Bakugo's one flaw, like, how does he not just go straight up from here? How is he not the best in the class? Oh, that's right. Deku gets 8 quirks. Like, that's how he's gonna be better than Todoroki. Like, in Bakugo is he'll have 8 quirks. Meanwhile, Mirio got his shit taken. Like,
do you think? Well, hopefully Deku give one of his quirks to fucking Mirio. Obviously, I'm just bullshitting, but that if they write that into the story, even if it's bull, I'll be like, okay, I give it to you. I give it to you.
8 though, like, oh my god.
So
8.
Well, the quirk that they showed in this episode was the whips, right? Or the little like chains, you know, made out of whatever it may be.
I think it's called Black Whip.
Correct, Black Whip. So that's the quirk he got in this episode. He was fighting Shinso, and then like it just like exploded out of his hand. It was only on one hand too. I noticed that it was only on one hand. So do you?
Araka trying to stop him was kind of like I don't know, some cute shit.
You ugly.
Well, they're always trying to like, I don't know, low key ship those two. So it was like,
they be high key shipping him.
Of course, like Uraka like had to be the one to like calm him down and like hold him. Like, I don't know. And she was like, oh, who's there for the superheroes when they're hurt. Like,
type shit.
I think it was interesting though. The one thing about the quirk thing that like I had never thought about is like Deku didn't have a quirk, but like it is true that the people before him who had one for all, besides for All Might, obviously, probably did have other quirks. So it does kind of make sense from that perspective.
That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy.
He's gonna have all their quirks.
See, now maybe the reason why he's able to inherit all of their quirks is because he started off without a quirk.
Well, All Might also said he didn't have a quirk before it though.
Yeah, but when All Might had it, they was like it wasn't time.
Yeah, that's what they said. Shimura, who was the one before All Might,
I know,
was told.
I know. I'm saying, but like now Deku is like the destined child. Maybe they're gonna be like,
and I get that. I understand what they're going for. It's just like when the destined child is one of the worst characters on the show. It's just kind of like
when do you think? When do y'all think, or when do you think they gonna reveal the other quirks? Obviously, I don't think they're gonna do it like all at once. I think they're pretty much gonna space it out. Like he's in a fight and now he's manifested this new quirk, and they're just gonna do that a couple times.
Well, yeah, but aside for what he has in the Black Whip, they said there's 6 other ones, so that's 8.
Right.
So, I wonder if they're gonna try to have him like master each one before he goes to the next one. Like, I could just see this becoming like a new sort of like power scale, like in Dragon Ball, it's a new color. Like for him, it's just a new quirk whenever he needs it. Like, which is cheese.
Oh, that's what they finna do. Every time he need a buff, they just gonna pull out a new quirk.
Exactly. It's gonna be the black smoke. Somebody's gonna walk out of One for All and be like, Deku, like, here you go. Like, oh my god.
Do you like, so the explanation they gave in the anime was that after All for One has been passed down through all these years, it's just like growing, you know, like the small core that's the center of One for All is finally growing. So now it's like, you know, do you buy that explanation? Do you think that's kind of cheese?
It just doesn't make much sense to me, because it's like, if the whole point of everything is to make One for All strong enough to beat All for One, if they gave 8 quirks to All Might, there's no chance he's not killing like All for One. Like, he's not just in jail, he's dead. Like, and like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally.
And that girl before him, she seems super lit too. So it's like both of them, just personality wise and character wise, both seem like they're stronger and better equipped than Deku for like this big of a mission. So for me, it's like, oh, it's not time. Why?
Yeah.
Why is Deku the one? Like,
they was grown though. Deku still what? 16. So he's still a baby. He got some time to, you know, toughen up. That's this is what I'm hoping for. Like I said, like every time we talk about this and how goofy Deku is, and the manga readers come out like, oh, you don't know what's gonna happen. It gets so dark in the next upcoming, you know, like. I mean, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, but I mean, right now this shit is kind of, you know.
I'm just ready for this arc to be over and to move on to the next one. That was the one thing that I was kind of happy about that stuff happening, was I was like, oh, this is plot outside of this training arc.
Right.
This whole training arc, like normally I feel like My Hero does a good job of at least having 2 things going on at the same time. This arc has been just this training arc. Like nothing else has been going on. Like,
yeah,
it's just
we
the
haven't
training.
even gotten a lot of like League of Villains like,
or
inside.
like Endeavor or Hawks or anything. It's been just this training arc pretty much since the first 2 episodes. And it's just getting old. Like, I'm ready to see what happens next. Ready to move on with actual plot, actual villains. Because we talked about this.
Yeah, literally.
The second arc of last season was the concert. So now, like, this arc is them fighting each other. It's like we have 2 arcs in a row without meaningful action. It's like,
oh no, you know we got the GOAT in between. Gentile criminal. That's all you need. You know?
Good God.
Yeah.
But that's still an example of at least then, like, there was 2 plots at the same time.
Right.
This arc is just like Class A versus Class B.
Yeah, literally. And like I said, honestly, Class B quirks is a little bit more turned than Class A.
Yeah.
Class A just got the heavy hitters.
Oh yeah, what's his name pissed me off. The dude with Copy. He was talking about they never said I could be a hero. I'm like, his shit is low key OP though.
Yeah,
like, what is he talking about? I couldn't be a hero.
He can copy quirks like up to 5 minutes after you touch them, and he can copy multiple quirks, but can't use them at the same time.
Depending who you touch, like that could be super OP. Like,
I think the thing is, like, he might not be able to copy every single quirk he touch. So if your quirk too lit, he can't copy your shit. You know what I mean? Like, he probably can't copy all.
I mean, I think it's just a time limit that really, like, and he has to touch you. So it's like being a real hero, like, just in order to really fight the villain, he's gonna have to touch another hero or touch the villain before you can even fight him. But still, he was like talking to Shinzo. I'm like,
but with that being said, he might not even be able to, like, if he around some people who quirk he can't copy, then he down bad. That he just.
But I'm saying they didn't say anything about him not being able to copy certain ones.
Yeah, they did, because when he was like they were talking about his quirk, and he was like, I might not even be able to copy it, so don't put that much pressure on me. When Shinzo was like, yeah, we need to take out Deku, so we're gonna focus on him. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, of course. Deku's quirk, he just like can't copy. Wow.
Yeah, he was like, hopefully you can do it. He was like, I don't know if I could do that, so don't put that on me yet.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is yet another thing. It's like this world just like, I don't know. I like where like shows where it like feels like the main character is just like the focus of the world that like he's in.
Right.
I feel like this, like everything is just around Deku. Like you just said, like it just so happens he can't copy Deku's quirk. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like the show is just constantly making everything easier for Deku. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean,
it's not right.
Like I said, this is the way I see it.
There's no grind. I feel
the way I see it, this is a kids show. So I'm not like. This is like this is a G-rated anime for the most part, PG-13. You know, so it's not like they're gonna be on here like really like putting them in real danger.
Mm-hmm.
At least once again, not right now. I feel like My Hero manga fans are gonna kill me for saying that, but
I feel like
whatever.
After the Chizuki arc, I was like, man, like it was like the All Might fight and then the Chizuki arc were like back to back, and I was like, damn, like this show could end up being really good. And now it's like after these last two arcs, it's just like keeps kind of going down for me again.
I think it's just sad because like if you look at the comp, like based on like the field, we got JJK out, we got even Demon Slayer. Like as much as we talk shit about Demon Slayer, like I feel like those anime do something to take the next step. Like there's something like different about them to take the next step. For My Hero, I just feel like we're not at that point yet. Not to say that it won't come, but so far it hasn't given me anything to be like, okay, this one is out of here.
And what's tough about it is that the My Hero universe itself is so cool. Like you can see like a better show within that universe than the show that we have, and that's what's kind of tough about it.
So many, like we talked about the All Might spinoff, like the All Might when he was younger spinoff. Like
that would be better,
bro. That would be gas.
Even the idea, and I think there's a manga for it now of like vigilantes. Like, there's so much like in this universe that really could be like delved into. Like I said before on this spot, is that like they just box themselves in too much naming it My Hero Academia, because then it has to be about him in school. Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it was just the universe as a whole, I feel like they could go more in depth about other stuff.
I think they know that they gotta find a way around that. So hopefully.
Well, I think My Hero. I think the manga is like in its ending right now, but the creator already said there's gonna be more after that.
Yeah.
So there'll most likely Deku will probably get a show of like him being a hero like afterwards. Like probably what I see.
He's
this
supposed to be number one, so we got to see him be number one.
Exactly.
At some point,
yeah.
You know. Sixers Nets.
That was what? The Nets are playing the Bucks next.
Oh yeah, you right now too. I'm talking about the. All right, I fucked up.
Yeah, that whole transition was. I see what you were going for, but no.
I was about to say. Yeah, I was reaching.
Yeah, you were definitely reaching.
All right, we just gonna do a regular transition. Is that all you have for My Hero?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully the next arc will be better than this one. That's my last statement.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like they don't have a choice. I mean, you gotta make it turn, or else you're gonna look silly. It is what it is. But yeah, that's the end of My Hero segment. If you have any My Hero takes, I mean, feel free to tweet them at us. I'm down to argue sometimes, I guess. We're about to move on to NBA because a lot of wild shit has been happening.
Yeah.
You know, the Heat just got swept.
Yeah.
The Heat just got swept. The Celtics just lost. Danny Ainge is leaving.
Oh my God. Coach K just announced he's about to retire.
Oh my God.
All kinds of the basketball world right now is just
Dame just
crazy.
Dropped the fucking.
You know what's crazy? I'm about to connect these two things. Is that I saw that Jimmy Butler in that Heat series had 58 points the whole series, and Dame had 55 last night.
Damn. That's so. Oh my God.
We were wrong about the Heat.
Jimmy is a fraud, bro. And the Heat are frauds.
You did say that the Bucks are more realistic, but we both thought like it was gonna be 6 or 7. We never thought it was gonna be 4.
Hey,
bubble frauds.
But at the same time, you was the one saying that this might be the year that the Bucks need to take that leap.
That was the leap we needed to see.
Yeah, a 4-0. Good job.
Now they got to play the Nets. Imagine sweeping the Heat just to have to play the Nets. Like, which which I should have taken more pride over this. I said in that first pod we talked about the playoff predictions, damn near word for word, I said, in order for the Celtics to get one, Tatum's going to have to drop 50. He dropped exactly 50, and they got one. So
yeah, literally.
But
Jason Tatum is different, bro.
That Bucks-Nets series is going to be crazy.
Who do we predict to come out of that? Nets, pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Nets and how many?
I just know that every time I watched, I think all 4 times they played this year, and every time that those two teams played, it was super close, and Giannis went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is if you're Giannis, like, you've won 2 MVPs, like, but you haven't ever got to the finals. You haven't even gotten to the conference finals the last couple years. Like, you got to be looking at the Nets, like, ready to eat. Because think about, like, what you've said. If Giannis isn't, like, cooking in the interior this whole series, like, what is he doing?
Right. Literally, what are you doing?
Like, come on.
And like you really pulling from shit. Like,
yeah.
You need to get down there on the block. And
who is going to guard Giannis?
Like I said, you need to get down there on the block because, frankly, that's what you're good at. And on top of that, that's where they're literally the weakest at.
Exactly.
This is a perfect match for you. You need to go eat. Barbecue chicken, yes, all of that. You need to go eat.
If the Nets end up cooking them, like, quick, that'd be pretty scary for them.
Did you see that not everybody, but the 3 stars on the Nets all shot like 50% this series?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And the game before the last game, they tied the record for most points scored by 3 players on one team. They scored like 103 or 4, like, combined between those 3.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Whoever won this series is definitely coming out of the East.
I agree.
Let's say that. 100%.
I agree.
So
I agree. Should we finish talking about the East first before we move to the West?
Yeah. Let's finish on the East. So, but before we move on to the East, I want to stay on Nets and Bucks for a second. So, like, in the event where all of them are shooting 50% like they have last series, Harden averaged like 23 and like 18, which is fucking crazy. 23 and 18 on 50%, with KD averaging what, like 30 on 50%, with Kyrie averaging like 34. Like, god damn, like, you know what I mean?
Literally, like
bro, come
what
on
are
now.
you supposed to do against that? Like, if they're all like scoring that much that efficiently, you just don't have a chance. Like,
bro, this is the thing. I think that the efficiency is the most scary part. Because KD is getting 30 on 12 shots. Like, come on now. You know, like, be for real.
That's the thing too, is like the Bucks have like Drew can guard one of the guards.
J-Rue can, yeah. He
Chris Middleton is a good defender.
Perfect.
Like, Giannis can. I doubt that's one thing I've noticed about the Bucks that they always get criticized, but always does, is that he never puts Giannis on the best player. But last series, he put Giannis on Jimmy and he locked down Jimmy. So you got to put Giannis on KD. You got to put Giannis on KD,
Correct.
or there's no chance you have guarding KD.
I feel like the Bucks actually matched up pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, KD and Giannis. We got J-Rue, Kyrie, I'm assuming. You can have
probably Chris on Harden.
Right, because Harden is a little bit bigger. Harden is actually pretty big for he's actually underrated.
Did you see? I saw some graphic that, like, statistically so far, the best defender in the playoffs has been Harden. Like, isn't that kind of nuts? Like, they had like a graph of like advanced stats, like advanced defensive stats, and like Harden was literally like past everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Harden is determined to get him one, bro.
I would love to see it, honestly. I would love to see it.
What better place to win it than any?
But this is going to be an entertaining ass series. Like, I see, regardless of how many games it goes, I see almost every game being close. I don't see either of these teams. I think maybe there'll be 1 or 2 blowouts, but like,
I don't see a blowout.
There might be one.
I see maybe a 10-point win. I don't see a blowout though.
I think most of these games should be close. I think there'll be like games like you want to watch. Like, I'm gonna want to watch all these.
The ratings for them games are gonna be pretty fucking great.
It should be. I mean, you're super team versus the last 2 years MVP.
Yeah,
like,
literally, yeah.
Come
so
on.
hypothetically speaking, right? At the end of the series, okay, we say Nets to win, right? But hypothetically speaking, let's say that they give a MVP for the series, right? Who do you predict that MVP would be? So basically, I'm asking,
given the fact that the Nets win, we assume the Nets win.
Assuming that the Nets win, but as we've seen, the best player is not always on the best team.
Well, yeah.
So Giannis could go crazy.
I think Giannis will probably be the best player in the series, just because he's going to be the player that's going to have to be playing on both sides. It's like the Nets stars are never super focused on defense. Like, Giannis is probably going to be guarding KD and having to do most of the stuff on offense. So it's like I could see Giannis, like, damn near averaging triple-double, like 30 points, like, really, like, going crazy.
30,
even if they lose.
30, 10, and 9 with 3 blocks type shit.
And if he underperforms, once again, we're going to have to talk about Giannis. But, like, if the Nets, I think Harden really is, like, in terms of, like, value to that team. Like, whenever Harden plays, they win.
Like I said, bro. Harden, in the last game, he put up a 30-point triple-double?
34, point triple-double.
Like,
in the
bro.
playoffs, like.
Come on, bro. Like,
and they won, like.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a difference between a winning triple-double and a losing one.
I don't want to bring up his old teammate, but damn, you know what I mean? Like, if
we about to move on to them damn near anyway.
Yeah. We all. Oh, another thing, the whole popcorn shit, the whole Kyrie Celtics shit.
Oh yeah, all the fans been wilding, man.
Yeah.
Basketball, that's what I'm saying. We could damn near do this whole pod just about basketball.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of the Wizards, Sixers, like, Embiid might be out. Like, I know it's 3-1, but
damn.
Embiid out. Like, can the Sixers win this series without Embiid?
Yes, they can, but I'm more worried about next series.
Yeah, well, can they? Because, I mean, the Wizards look pretty good in that game without Embiid, and it's like
I don't think Tobias is gonna let them win.
Tobias
Harris has been great for the Sixers the whole season and in the playoffs.
But if I don't know,
I'm just saying, bro. I don't think the Wizards are gonna come back from 3-1 just because Joel is gone. I think overall, even without Joel, the Sixers have a better team.
Yeah, they should. They should, but even still, this was going to be a sweep, and now it's going to go probably 5 or 6, which is still tough regardless.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Embiid's health, man, I think we both said something about it. It's like, that's why the Sixers aren't real contenders, because it's like when your best player is injured this much, like, it's just tough.
That's what I was saying, like, on the pod before when we were talking about finals predictions, and we were talking about maybe if the Sixers could go, I was like, they can, maybe. Like, they have the talent to go. They have the coaching. Doc Rivers is not a bad coach. You know what I mean? They have the talent. They have the coaching. But, like, I got to see what form they in when they actually get there. Because aside from Embiid being hurt, Ben Simmons shooting, like, 3 from 19 from the free throw for a playoff series is fucking atrocious.
Well, yeah, and him, like, having 9 points in the game that Embiid went out. It's like
come on.
You
know what I mean?
You were an all-star, bro. Like, you were, like, we expect more out of you.
We need to have a conversation about Ben, too. Because I see a lot of people put Ben on a top 10 under 25 list. And a lot of people are like, no, Ben does not deserve to be on there. Yeah. Especially not over somebody like Bam. And
after that last series, Bam is a tough one. But
Bam and Ja,
yeah. Which we'll get to Ja, but, like... Yeah. Ben Simmons, that's my concern. Like, if it wasn't for Ben Simmons, like,
defense.
I would automatically say the Sixers should close this out. But, like, if Ben Simmons is scoring 8 points,
he'll work at Chipotle, for sure.
Yeah, if Ben Simmons is scoring 8 points, it's like, how many is Tobias going to have to score for them to win? Do you see what 35? I'm saying? Like, and I don't trust that. Like,
I think Tobias can give them a 135. Is the
advantage?
I think Tobias can will them to 1. As long as everybody else on the Sixers don't play like shit and Tobias, kind of eat up a little bit, I feel like they can get it. Because like they also have Steph Curry can shoot. Like one of the best shooters of all time. I know that's kind of hard to say, but Steph Curry has the biggest, or he has the best 3-point percentage of all time. Ain't that crazy?
That is nuts. The advantage that the Sixers do have, there's 2 main ones, is that Scott Brooks is probably the worst coach in the league. And Westbrook in close fourth quarters in the playoffs is like, that's like his worst moment. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. Scott was my concern, was watching that last game, even though they were up. It's the fourth quarter, like they're up like 10. I'm like, Bradley needs to be the one with the ball, not Westbrook. Like,
is Westbrook 100% from his ankle injury?
I don't know. He had some random stat line that last game I watched. It was like 12 assists, 10 rebounds, and like 10 points or something.
No. He went the last game. Did you see his stat line? The last game they won, he had 19 points. He had 19 points, 3 and 19 from the field.
Oh yeah, 3 and 19.
10 rebounds, 12 assists. Like what?
3 of 19. Like that is so bad. Like
3 and 19 from the field is nuts. But to still end up with a triple double is even crazier.
Literally. But yeah, the other East series.
But wait. I wanted to talk about the popcorn guy. Actually,
we might as well talk about all the fan shit. There's been all kinds of crazy fan
Utah
shit.
and
Did we talk about the popcorn shit last time though?
We kind of grazed over it, but I since we're talking about the other fan shit as well as Kyrie stepping on the logo shit.
Every day there's something new with the fans.
Yeah. So basically what happened is Westbrook got injured, not last game but the game before last, and as he was walking off, a fan randomly dumped like hella popcorn onto him like from above the tunnel. And that fan ended up getting banned for life.
Next day, somebody spit on Trae Young.
Yeah, oh my God. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Literally.
Utah fans yelling the N-word and shit. Did you hear that?
Who else? Oh, yeah, they threw a bottle at Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like,
that guy ended up getting charged with it. So. Oh my God. All right, we can get to the water bottle guy in a second. But the popcorn guy ended up getting banned for life.
I think all these people have gotten banned for life.
Yeah. So a lot of people have been on Westbrook's side, rightfully so. But at the same time, a lot of people have been on the whole like, oh, these players are rich. All they do is cry. It's just popcorn. It didn't hurt them. Train.
I don't know.
I feel like that's not a good take.
When it first happened, people were like that. But now that keeps happening, I feel like that take has disappeared because people are like, these fans need to stop. Like they need to chill.
Bro, this is the thing. A lot of Celtics fans was on the same vibe. So,
of course they were.
Yeah. About Celtics fans. So, the Celtics lost to the Nets. Somebody threw a bottle at Kyrie as he was walking off the floor after he had walked up to, apparently the leprechaun on the Celtics logo is called Lucky. As a grown man that likes women, I would have never known that if you didn't tell me. So I'm just throwing that out there. I didn't know that damn leprechaun had a name.
The thing is I didn't, but if I had guessed, that'd probably be my first guess.
Lucky.
Literally, Lucky Charms.
Oh, like, God, type shit.
Lucky the leprechaun. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
But Kyrie, he walked up and, rubbed his foot on Lucky. Apparently the Celtics fans didn't like that one. KD, or not KD, but KG didn't like that one. Did you see KG put up an Instagram post like, all everything aside, we don't have to do that. We don't have to disrespect the logo. I'm like, fuck that logo. Like, what are you talking about?
They were booing Kyrie every time he touched the ball the whole series.
Literally.
Like, you think he's not going to be irritated, especially the way like Kyrie and Boston like was always like kind of a toxic relationship. So it's like you think he's going to come back there, cook you, and y'all talk shit the whole time, and he's not going to be pissed. Like,
yeah, literally. I think it's so hilarious that post them losing that they finna blow up the entire organization. I think that's so hilarious.
Yeah. Well,
after them losing the Kyrie.
Yeah, Danny Ainge left. They said Brad Stevens is moving up, which is
moving up
really weird because he's been regarded as one of the better fundamental coaches in the league for a while. So it's like,
were they completely clear on if? Okay, so he's not going to be the coach anymore. Like, is that it's 100% certain?
Yeah, 100%.
So when I first read it, I thought they just meant he's going to have more control over the team as the head coach to make decisions.
I read something that said that he was getting tired of coaching regardless, and that even if Danny Ainge didn't leave, that he was thinking about like moving on from coaching, which I think that says more about Celtics culture because he's been such a good coach.
Yeah,
I feel like all the toxicity over the last few years has just kind of worn him down. Where he's like, I don't want to coach anymore.
Yeah, it's slow.
Because you think he was the coach of like that Tatum, like Rozier, Kyrie, that team that was a mess. Like he was the coach of that team.
That beat or not beat, but almost beat the Cavs in the ECF that year when they dunked on LeBron.
Oh yeah, without Kyrie. Yeah,
literally. But the guy that threw the water bottle at Kyrie Irving ended up getting charged with a felony.
I think that's real.
No, I know that's real. I'm looking at him like, is it worth it?
No.
Like, was it worth it? Like,
I'm glad
seriously,
they did
was
that.
it worth it? Like, you dumb fuck, was it worth it?
I'm glad they did that because it's like the lifetime ban shit. Like, if you think about it, like, how in 10 years if that dude goes back, are they the person ticketing him is gonna know that that's him? Do you see what I'm saying? A lifetime ban is kind of suspect.
I'm pretty sure like they have like cameras around, and if they catch you in there, they don't come get you.
Yeah, but also like I mean, it's not. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's-
That's a
yeah,
hard thing
right,
to
right,
enforce.
Right.
Like,
And
so
it's not like a real punishment.
legal
like,
charges is
right.
real. Yeah.
I was saying legal charges are like actually tangible. Like just a lifetime ban is like, okay, I got banned, but
And it's
or
like
to the
not even
players,
a
I
real
mean.
ban, like I said.
Yeah,
So it's
literally,
like,
literally. Somebody spitting on Trae Young is fucking crazy to me because
but you know, Knicks fans, as was the next series we were gonna talk about, we were way off in that one.
I don't know what the fuck the Knicks are doing.
Literally.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
fucked
thought
for
the Knicks were gonna win, but really it seems like it's Randall's fault.
I'm not
Every
gonna say it's
stat
his
line
fault.
I see
I'm not
of
gonna say
Randall is like he's shooting like 20% like from three,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shooting bad from free throw, shooting
Yeah.
bad from like
13
the
points.
field.
Like, come
Like
on, you gotta do better. I'm not gonna say it's Randall's fault. I'm gonna say Randall could play better as the leader of the team.
him and RJ have both played really bad.
Correct.
Which
I'm not gonna say I can't say it's completely his fault though, because everybody minus Rose has pretty much played bad.
literally, Derrick Rose has been putting the
Yeah,
team on his
yeah,
back.
yeah,
Like
literally.
he's too old and has been through too much to have to do that. Like the thing that's
He's
crazy
too
to
old,
me
he's
is
32, but
I just didn't take the Hawks serious for real.
I still don't.
I still don't honestly like.
No, nobody does.
I
Nobody actually sees the Hawks as a threat in the East.
literally like
You know what I
even.
mean?
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that they're probably gonna end up winning that series. Like I don't know. I definitely that was one that I
Yeah.
didn't expect us to be wrong about
Yeah.
at all. Like,
Yeah. Randall sold so hard. He's still selling so
low
hard.
key though, that goes back to what we said earlier. If the Sixers make it out of this series, damn near without Embiid, they damn near might have a better chance against the Hawks. Like.
Yeah.
Then because
yeah.
the Wizards still got like
Yeah.
threats. Like I'm scared of Beal. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
but like
Because Bill dropped a 60 ball on him.
exactly. Like,
shit.
do you think the Sixers even without Embiid can beat the Hawks in a series? I feel like I want to say yes, but that could be me hating on the Hawks again.
I know.
Like,
I want to say they can just because like I said, even without Embiid, the Sixers are a good defensive team.
I feel
And
like
they're also a well-coached team. Like I said, Doc Rivers being a good coach. I just
they put Ben on Trey, and I feel like that series is over.
They got a bunch of soft cheesers on that team, bruh. The Sixers got a bunch of soft cheesers that's not really on shit for real.
Yeah, but
So,
what I'm saying is,
you know?
if they put Ben on Trey, like that might be the end of the series. Like
Why would they put Ben on Trey?
because Ben will lock down Trey.
They fuck around
Like
and put Ben on Capella.
that would be some. Dumb
And then
shit.
put Seth on Trey.
No, I'm saying Ben is their best defender. Like, so I'm
Okay.
saying
But if Embiid is out, who are they going to put on Clint is what I'm saying.
there's. I mean, I don't know who's gonna start at center for them. Probably Dwight. I mean, who? My point is Capella's not like. I'm saying if they decided like to put Ben Simmons
The White
on
being on the
Trey,
Sixers is funny too.
he would lock up Trey to the point where I feel like that series would be done.
You think so? You
Yeah.
don't think Trey could eat up on Ben Simmons?
No, fuck
You
no,
don't think so?
no, definitely not.
Trey be bombing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Trey. Now, what I will say about the series is this is Trey's coming out party, kinda. Because keep in mind he is doing this against the Knicks, but it's still a good performance either way. You know, him putting up 40 in the MSG is like pretty astounding.
The thing that's crazy to me that's weird about the Hawks is they have a good roster, but it's just weird because most of their good players play the same position. That's why like I've never taken them serious. Like, Bogdanovich, Huerter, how do you say it? Huerter, whatever, Kevin Huerter, whatever, however you fucking say his name.
Yeah.
But fucking Reddish, like John Collins, like all these players, like Danilo, like they're all around the same position. It's just like they're all wings. It's so weird to me.
They got
like,
shooters though, which is why I'm saying I think
Hunter, like
I think even without Embiid it would be a good matchup. Like I said, they got shooters. Like Gallo is a shooter, always. Trey is a shooter. You know what I mean? Like they have people around that can space. So it's not like
if they ended up somehow getting to the Eastern Conference Finals,
completely unlikely.
I would
pretty
be
much
sick.
zero chance.
I would be sick. Well, what we're saying right now is if they beat the Knicks, then if Embiid's out, like I don't know.
Like I said, I still think even without Embiid, and I'm pretty sure Embiid will be playing.
Yeah.
But even without Embiid, even if Embiid is at like 75%, I'm pretty sure that the Sixers can still beat.
I still think without Embiid they probably would win, but once again that could be me just hanging on the Hawks still. So that's the East pretty much.
So
we ain't even
that's
get to
the East.
West yet.
Yeah, literally. So on the West, do you want to get into Lakers Suns first, or do you want to get into Clips Mavs?
I don't know. There's so many series we could start with. I mean,
Utah Memphis is over, as we know.
It's over.
Not literally, but
I mean, the last game
it's about to
tonight.
be over.
So, since Donovan's come back, they've won every game,
Right,
which
like,
hasn't been
it's over.
surprising. But the Grizzlies have really made every game competitive. It's been more entertaining than I thought it would be.
Yep, like I
Ja
said,
has
Ja
just
is
been
a
on
star.
a different level.
Ja's a star.
Last game I watched, it was like at the end, like he made some young player mistakes, like for the playoffs. But it's like he is playing. It's like almost remarkable. Like I kept saying, like if I was a kid, like if I was 13 years old right now, like Ja would be my favorite player.
Yeah.
Like Ja would be my favorite player.
Yep.
The way that he's like, this team has overperformed so much in his first 2 years. Like they made the play-in last year.
I can't say if they overperform because I think they're actually just a good young team, bro.
But like what I'm saying is they're all like all of their starters are 25 or under. And they are like playing competitively in the playoffs. Like that Grizzlies team in 3 or 4 years is scary.
Like, in a couple years they really gonna be there.
Like
because Ja is a bona fide star. There's no other word you can use to describe him. Ja's a star for sure.
And it's just like crazy because it's like Ja didn't even get attention like that because Zion was so big, and the Pelicans haven't even been close to being competitive. And it's like 2 years in a row, Ja has made the Grizzlies competitive. It's just crazy.
Ja is different. I could tell he was. Now, I knew, like I said, I knew it was gonna be his coming out party after even before the play-in. Before the play-in, I was like, yeah, Ja's gonna be turning up, and then he went to play-in and did that shit. And I was like,
went crazy
yeah,
against y'all.
Yeah, he's moving different.
But yeah, the Jazz are gonna win, so that's not a surprise.
Right.
Donovan's healthy, they win. It's easy.
Right. So that's out. Memphis, right? Mavs, Clippers. We can save the Suns for last.
Well, we might as well just go down the bracket. Like, that's what we're doing right now.
All right.
But we were talking big shit on the Clippers. I was editing the last pod earlier today, and we said some shit like, oh, the Clippers could fuck around and get swept. They're going to get lucky because of injuries, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you watched that last game, but after every shot Luka took, he's like, they show him, and he's like grimacing, like looking like he's in so much pain. It's like, I've had a sprained muscle in my neck, and I had to wear a neck brace. I couldn't do shit for weeks. Like, he did that shit the game before and was still playing. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no chance he's even close to, like, being fully healthy.
Yeah, no. But, I mean, it's the playoffs. Apparently, nobody is healthy.
If it wasn't the playoffs, there's no chance he would be playing. Like,
yeah. Paul George has actually been. See, this is the thing. The Clippers have been actually playing pretty well.
Last game,
the Clippers have been playing pretty well the whole series, which is funny as to why they were down 0-2. The Kawhi has been turned.
Kawhi has played good all series. Paul George played good last game, but before that, Paul George hadn't really been that good.
I mean, with that being said, Kawhi and PG are on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mavs are hurt.
Yeah, and KP. I mean, it's been getting clown.
KP, right? KP is
playing terrible.
Right. Just like that, the momentum in the series shifted.
Yeah,
we was just talking about the Clippers almost getting swept, but now it's looking like it's just gonna be Clippers in 6.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Chuck said that at halftime of that game, like, and I agree. Like, I don't think the Mavs are gonna win another game. I don't think they are, and it's just so tough because I feel like if Luka was 100%, that the Mavs would have won the series. Like,
now imagine it works out for them in a sense that, so the Clippers, assuming that they win,
they have to play the Jazz.
Right. Do you think they can beat the Jazz?
I don't know. The Clippers are just so soft. It's like the fact that they even intentionally wanted to play the Mavs and then we're down 0-2 is like hilarious to me. It's like y'all asked to play this team.
And the fact that they pretty much might only beat the Mavs because of injury.
Exactly. So, I don't know. The Jazz are such a weird team. Like, that series,
Jordan Clarkson was turned last.
Who are you taking
game
in that series? I don't know who I would take.
I guess it would have to be LA just off. I mean, it's LA. Like, we not going to sit here and act like the Clippers don't have talent, right? The Clippers have plenty of talent. That's never been the question. It's just about how that talent is going to perform.
Yeah.
And so far, the talent hasn't necessarily underperformed. They just haven't got the result that they wanted. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not like Kawhi's been like non-existent. Like, you know, like he's actually been playing pretty good. They just haven't been able to pull out.
Yeah.
Well, at first weren't able to pull out wins. Now they kind of got a break. So
I feel like Tyler.
The Clippers are just the Clippers are just an anomaly, bro. Like you just never know with them. They're just too unpredictable.
Exactly. I feel like Ty Lue is getting exposed to an extent too, just because his rotations are so bad. Like they literally like don't play Ibaka at all, even when he plays great. Like I feel like if they could figure that aspect out, they would be better. And it's just funny because they fired Doc, acting like Doc was the problem. Like, I feel like if they had Doc, they'd be in a better spot now than they were. Like, I feel like Ty Lue is just that coach you get to, like, kind of just be there. But, like, in the playoffs, you kind of need a coach to do more than just be there. I mean, unless you're
Ty
a
Lue
LeBron
was a playoff experience coach. So, I mean, out of the candidates, I mean, he might have been the best choice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, the Clippers are such a like wild card. I don't know who would win that series. I still don't know if they're gonna win this series.
Who's the best coach in the playoffs right now?
Who's done the best job so far? I don't know.
It's not Vogel.
I mean,
because Vogel was weird.
No,
he might be the worst coach.
Probably Mike Malone. Honestly,
Malone is great.
But that is the next series we were gonna talk about anyway. So we might as well get on that. It was so sad. Like I said, I was at it in the last pod, like hearing like everything I feared talking about last week is like the shit that's happening right now. Dame cooking with no help, like, and us losing games. It's just starting to get so old. Like, we are down to a team without their second best player that we just beat in the playoffs a couple years ago. Yeah. And Dame is doing, I mean, what does he average for the series now after dropping 55? I'm not even going to drop this series for a second. 55 in the playoffs on the road.
Yep.
70% from the field. 73% from three. 90% from the free throw line. 1 turnover. Like, that is like insane.
1 turnover.
And
I almost jumped out my bed when I read that shit, bro.
2 shots to send it to 2 different overtimes. Like, what more can you do?
Is there really a question? Okay, so is there really a question that Dame is the most clutch player in the league? I feel like we have to give that to him.
I don't think so.
It's you. Like, it's you, bro. Like, come on.
I don't think so. I was watching the game and I'm just like,
okay. You know, like,
for most teams, being down 3 with a couple seconds left is scary, but it's like watching the Blazers, it's like, I give it to Dame. Like, and he did.
And why the fuck wasn't the Nuggets doubling?
I know.
Bruh.
That was a suspect. Like, they weren't fouling him. They weren't doubling. Bruh. Like, it didn't make no sense to me.
The Nuggets were literally just letting him cook ISO.
Exactly.
Like, you know, like, come on now.
My one thinking that I can, like, if I'm trying to be positive about last game, is just that all that, and they barely escaped at home, like, in 2 overtimes.
Yeah.
But my thing is just, like I said, without Jamal, this shouldn't be as competitive as it is, I feel like. This is best case scenario, going to go Game 7 now.
Yeah.
Just like the last time we played them in Denver, Game 7. And so it's like, oh, another thing that I was mentioning last time that's still a problem, Nurkic fouled out again.
Yeah.
And it was even bigger because he fouled out at the end of the 4th, and, you know, I'm thinking like, oh, again, but we don't have him for the 4th. Now we don't have him for 2 overtimes, too. Think about how much less Jokic probably scores. Like, after that, we had to put on Cantor and Covington. We're guarding Jokic for the rest of the game.
Jokic was eating in overtime, too.
He was eating both of them.
Yeah.
He was cooking on both of them because we have no one that can guard him except Nurkic. And Nurkic fouling out again and again. That's now 3 out of 5 games, bro.
Bro, Nurkic,
he has to stop hacking, bro.
They need to make Nurk do some fucking laps. Like, stop fouling out. Like, I'm finna make you run sprint until you understand.
And it was just so painful, too, to see Dame after that game so pissed. Like, he was so mad. Like, he literally used just, like, first thing he came in, don't matter. We lost. Like, don't matter. Yeah. Like, that hurts me as a fan of him because it's like...
What else can you say? He was like, it don't matter because we get... No matter what, we got to win 2 games now, so it don't matter if I put up 55 points or not.
But my thing is not every player is even coming in with that approach. You could tell he was really, like, pissed for real. Like, I did all that, and we still lost.
I wouldn't have came in with that approach. Like I said, I'm so happy God didn't make me an NBA player. Because I would be a horrible example for kids trying to learn sportsmanship. Because I would have went right in that huddle like, bro, if y'all lose this game for me, I'm out of here. Literally.
Like,
it's no way. Bro. Especially after that when he put in that bank overall shit, I was like, okay, he's moving different.
Well, what I said before we started the pod, when you have 55 in the playoffs on the road and your next highest scorer has 19, you don't have a chance to win. That shows that just shows right there, like,
bruh. He had 10 assists, and I think nobody on his team made more than 10 shots.
Crazy. Like, And that's the thing is I want to still feel say oh, we're going back to Portland, we're in Game 6, and now we just got to do that same game but win. Like, feel positive, like we can still win this series. But after that game, I feel like we won't. Bro. I feel like we won't.
That's so demoralizing.
It really is. It hurts. It's just like I said, I am a Dame fan. The reason I've rooted for Portland for 8 years now, 9 years, has been solely because I want to see Dame win. And now it's just getting to the point where it's how much more obvious can it be?
Yeah, literally.
You have to get out of there. If you're ever going to win, you have to get out of there. And that's why I was getting so mad at him being so unselfish in the fourth quarter, because it's Dame, if you want to win this game, you can't keep kicking it out to these guys. If you want to be in a position where you can just drive and kick, get a better team. Go to a place where they're going to make those threes, because in Portland, it's not happening. Powell played like trash. CJ played like trash. Covington didn't play terrible, but he didn't play great either.
So my question based off that sentiment that he needs to go somewhere is, where should he go?
I know he wouldn't leave is the thing. He would not leave.
This is a hypothetical situation. Assuming that Dame comes to the senses and says, okay, it's not working here.
I just don't
Every team in the league is trying to get Dame.
Well, so my thing...
They would drop whatever they have to get Dame.
I think he would have to get traded. I don't think he would personally ever make the decision to leave. I think it would have to be Portland looking at him and being we're never going to get over the hump with this team. Let's just try to get what we can. Kind of like with the Rockets, where it got to the point where it was we're not doing anything with this team. Let's see what we can get.
But the Rockets didn't get shit back but some sandwiches.
Exactly. They're idiots. But so at that point, it would just be who would have the package to get him. Obviously, everyone wants him to go to LA.
I keep hearing
everybody wants to see LeBron with an all-time great shooter. That's why they're always Steph, Dame,
yeah.
Because it would be crazy. Dame's or imagining LeBron with Dame or Steph is crazy.
OP, too OP.
Yeah,
with AD on the block. Oh my god.
So it would really just be whoever would want. Or have the... I mean, how much would Dame go for? If Paul George was going for good role players and 6 first-rounders, it's how much is Dame going for? Probably a little less than what Harden went for, I guess.
Damn near.
But,
I don't know. I want to say damn near more, because Dame is really
Harden was trolling to get out of Houston, that's true.
Yeah.
He was trying to look like a problematic, out of shape
I think if somebody want to trade for Dame, if I'm the Blazers, I need, 2 considerably good players and some picks.
Yeah.
A couple firsts, a couple seconds. I need, I need something,
I
keep hearing LA though. LA and Miami. Or I keep hearing
They already said Terry Stotts is gone after this year. That's already been confirmed. He's gone. But if they lose this series, there needs to be more changes than just Terry Stotts. That's last thing I gotta say.
You talking about front office changes?
More roster changes.
Okay, roster changes.
Or front office, because they never make any moves. There needs to be changes made if they lose a series. Do you think that we're going to win, or do you think the Nuggets are going to win?
It's hard for me to pick against Dame, just knowing Dame. But realistically, I think the Nuggets got you.
Think about how good this would be for the Nuggets, too. Just this Jokic is probably MVP year, and then this tough-ass series against a team that they just lost to, without his second-best player. He comes in and wins. It's just at that point, it'll just be confirmed, Jokic was the rightful MVP.
And I'm pretty sure he will. I'm pretty sure he's going to get the MVP this season.
So, next, last series.
Lakers Suns.
They won't get more than one.
It's looking tough for the
Lakers. They
got
too. 3 now, bruh.
Yeah, they got 3, but like I said, when I'm speaking about a series, I'm assuming health. Assuming health.
Me too.
The Lakers will win.
Me too, assuming health. Chris Paul is back, obviously.
Did you see that video I posted of not posted, but the video I DM'd you? They were showing LeBron game from a couple months ago.
I was wondering what that was about. Yeah, that was just to show how much his injuries impacted him.
Yeah, bro, he was moving so different from that clip to now. He was moving so different. Well, that high ankle sprain really fucked him up.
Yeah, but I think LeBron is also smart. I think LeBron recognizes the fact that with that team, with his injury on the road, no AD, it was going to be tough regardless.
Yeah, it's going to be
whenever you see LeBron get smoked like that, it's, for me, I always think it's a conscious effort thing. I don't think LeBron trying his best is ever going to get smoked by 30, ever.
I doubt it.
So it's for me, that was him kind of being we're not going to win this game. If AD doesn't come back,
But just the thing.
Suns damn near got this series, bro.
I agree, but it's not that the Lakers can't win without AD. But if everybody on the Lakers plays like they did last game, every game from now on, it's not going to be.
The thing
it's not going to be a good look.
I feel like this is like exposing the point that I've been trying to say for so long, is that this team is really, when you boil it down, just AD and LeBron. Like the players around them, like, are really not that good. Last year, LeBron in the bubble made them look that good, but they're really like this
Caruso
roster.
is good.
This roster is really not good. Caruso on a like properly should be like a ninth man, like 9th, 10th man.
9th man?
Yeah,
You out of your mind.
Caruso is not the. I'm just telling you, the minutes that they are giving these players, like Schroeder 0 points, like Drummond been terrible all series, like KCP's not hitting, like Caruso is like
Kuzma
mainly a
is on
3
and
and D
off.
guy, but like he's still not like an elite shooter.
Caruso
like,
is the most consistent out of the role players, I would say. But Schroeder putting up what 0.0 turnovers, 1 assist in like 20 minutes is like, come on now. Like,
yeah,
what
and
are we
he was the
really
one talking about how he
Like-
thinks he deserves a max. Like, okay.
Bruh, he turned down 4 years, 80 mil.
The Lakers actually
And then put up 0 points in the playoff
like,
game. Yeah,
for
yeah.
not giving him that weak ass contract.
They dodged a big bullet.
They would have been
Holy.
locked in. If they would have signed him in, that would have been the team pretty much.
Bro,
so.
he turned down 4 for 80. And then proceeded to do that. Like, yeah, thanks.
How scary even are the Lakers? Because I feel like if they somehow like even still get through the series, it's like, I don't know. It's not like before, like last year, like you don't want to see the Lakers. Like it's like now I feel like the Lakers look vulnerable.
So AD is out because of growing issues, right? He has a growing injury. Now, when he comes back, is he going to be what? 80%?
Somebody that I was listening to was saying that off a groin injury that there is 0% chance that he will be like
100%.
anywhere close to healthy for the rest of these playoffs.
I believe it.
They said that
groin
if
injury is tough.
it wasn't the playoffs, that he probably wouldn't be playing for like weeks and weeks.
Because that groin injury is what took LeBron out for a couple
Yeah.
months. The first season he was
Well,
with
what's
LA.
messed up too is like, and Chuck actually called this out, which Barkley has been like, I don't know, I feel like better. I feel like at first he would just like
He was a
kind of
troll.
just spat takes, but
Yeah, he was
now
a
like
troll.
he was like talking about like, why did they have the like AD fly there and then like warm up if he wasn't gonna play? Like, why is he warming up when he could be like getting rehab, like with the LA doctors? Like,
yeah.
it's just not intelligent to me. And I feel like a lot of teams have been doing dumb shit like that. Like, even the last game, Chris Paul like got injured, like he got into a thing with Wesley Matthews, like, and
Wesley Matthews also a random.
they took a second to take him out the game, and then he immediately went to the locker room. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are y'all doing? Like, do you not understand that, like, how much these players mean to your teams? Like, once there's any sign of injury, like, you need to get them out of there.
But
like,
it wasn't
make
like
sure they're
it
straight.
It wasn't like AD was just not going to be at the game. He was going to be there to give a little more support.
Exactly,
blah, blah,
but he shouldn't. He don't
And
need
just-
to be
ju-
warming up. Like,
blah. Right, but just the look of him not being there would have been bad either way. You know.
yeah, but like him warming up, like, and even like stuff like, I don't know. That game was just, I can't imagine being a Lakers fan watching that game. We had the
I turned
game
it
on.
off. I turned it off for
And
like
with like
I turned it
8
off
or
like
9
second
minutes
quarter,
left.
third.
I've never seen this. I'm pretty sure LeBron like
yeah
walked to the tunnel. Yeah, left.
like it was like five something left.
yeah.
How do you
I
feel
know it
about
was
that?
late in the fourth.
How do you feel about that? Like, because a lot of people were saying like, oh, he's not a good leader. Like, his body language is so blah blah blah. But I mean,
I think that's bad.
they was getting blown. It was like 75
yeah.
to like 115. Like, you know, I'm not
When
even,
I
I'm
saw
not even
that-
fully there. AD gone. Like,
The
y'all
first-
are not even hooping like that. Dennis Schroeder. Like, no.
The first
I'm
thing
gone.
I said was just like, you got to be out there with your team, dog. Like, that's your team either way, whether you win or lose. So it's like you just kind of hitting dips is just kind of a bad look. I don't know.
The way I see
And
it,
the thing is,
goat
it's not
do
even
goat
like
shit.
LeBron went crazy. Is the thing is, it's like 24. Like for LeBron, it's like, you know, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
He
it's
had-
not
he-
like
he had like
Dame.
he had like
if that happened to
24/7.
Dame, like if Dame went crazy like he did last night, but we got cooked, like I could see him walking off.
Yeah.
LeBron like playing a mid game and his team getting cooked and then walking off is just kind of like. And it's also
He's
like
funny
he
as
wanted to
fuck,
be
bro.
in LA.
Yeah.
He wanted AD. He always chooses the players he's around. It's like now you're seeing like without AD, bro, like this team isn't good. That's what I've been saying ever since LeBron went to LA was like this Lakers team has never at any point been built to win. Like, you take LeBron and AD off this team, they are not scratching the playoffs. They're not scratching the plan. Like, they're nowhere to be found. And that's the whole time LeBron's been there.
Him walking off during the 30 ball is pretty hilarious to me. I'm not going to lie.
It is kind of funny.
Now, from a leader standpoint, you can't do that.
No.
But if we talk about just from an entertainment standpoint, like, as a GOAT, if I'm the greatest player of all time and y'all out here getting blown out by 30,
yeah.
see ya. You know, that's funny as fuck. Like, you really got to think about how, like, all the GOATs are assholes. All of them.
Yeah.
All the three guys that we call, like, you know, the main three, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, all three of them are assholes.
Well, I would say LeBron is a little different than the other two, just because I feel like
LeBron be lying.
LeBron is more of like a teammate. I think LeBron as a person is a comedian. Like, the shit he says and does,
funny,
and like
his social media is so hilarious.
Just the way he moves sometimes is so funny to me, because it's like he knows he's LeBron. Like, there's no way he doesn't, but the shit he be doing is so funny. Like, even like, you seen that Mountain Dew commercial he made where he's like doing salsa?
Yeah,
like, that shit is so funny to me. Like,
that picture of him, standing in the pool, smiling like, can't believe this is my life, smiling through it all. That's gonna be one of the funniest pictures forever.
And I just like the way that, like, LeBron, like, he never outwardly like straightforward flexes, but he always like subtle flexes constantly. Like, I don't know if you peep, but like constantly, like, I think even in that commercial, it's like he's like always like you gotta grind, like, win championships, build a school to help everybody. I'm bro, like, you just be tossing shit in there.
Like, no, look, he was like, after they beat the Warriors that year, he was on the float. He was like, yeah, they said we weren't gonna beat them, blah blah blah, but I just beat the greatest shooter of all time, two-time MVP, by the way. Whatever. I'm like, bro, LeBron, what are you doing? Why are you sending shots at the championship parade, bro?
Literally, like, I feel like
what's going, bro?
He's just, he's a comedian.
Bro, tweaking,
do you think the Lakers are gonna win this series? If you had to say right now,
yes. It would be disrespectful of me to vote against LeBron against the Suns. I feel like, especially in this
Game 6 in LA. Even if they don't have AD, like, I feel like LeBron's got to get them that game.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I feel like that would be one of the shits that, like,
that's a big blemish.
Come on, LeBron.
That's a blemish. But LeBron is one of the only.
They go back to Game 7 without AD.
Listen, what I'm saying. LeBron is one of the only players that could actually have a legitimate, like, reason for having a blemish, but y'all don't give a fuck. Right? So if he does lose this game, him not being fully healthy, everybody on his team playing like ass, and AD not being there, Frank Vogel being a horrible coach, like, these are all legitimate reasons. But if he loses, it's just
really
not
terrible though. Like,
bruh,
Vogel is a good defensive coach. That's why they're so good defensively.
The lineup that they started last game played 0 minutes together the whole regular season. He literally started a new lineup. They had, like, what?
That is kind of
barely playing Marc Gasol, barely playing fucking Teeth Man. You know what I'm talking about.
Harrell?
No. Yeah. Harrell. Barely playing Montrezl Harrell. Like, Montrezl was the 6th man of the year last year. Now, I'm not saying Montrezl is lit, but I'm saying
that
he
game,
deserved more minutes.
He didn't have any minutes in that series before that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, barely playing Marc Gasol as well. Like, it's just a lot of shit that he could be doing. Playing Taylor Horn Tucker, like,
he do play.
Like, come on, come on now. Like, Frank, are you serious? I don't know, bro. Like I said, it's a bunch of legitimate reasons as to why the Lakers would lose the series. Now, let me ask you this: if the Lakers lose this series, does LeBron still have a window to get some rings? Assuming that LA is still a hot spot for players to want to go.
It is. The problem with that is that this free agency was supposed to be crazy, but now it's like just Kawhi. It's like there's a lot of good role players, but as far as stars, it's just Kawhi. I don't see any way Kawhi leaves the Clippers just to go to the Lakers. No. So it's like they would just have to be really smart in free agency and get a better team around them, because in this day and age, like, players getting hurt, like, it's like you can't just rely on one or two guys. Like, you can't. Like, you have to. If you're LA and you have LeBron James, you have to make sure that if AD gets hurt, like, he still has somebody to help him. Literally. And it's obvious right now that, like, there's nobody. Like, this roster is
Wesley
not
Matthews
good.
This third option, like, okay.
Like, this roster is a bunch of, like, C-tier role players. Like,
yeah, literally.
Like, that's not gonna do it.
See, but
like,
this the thing.
maybe in the bubble it'll
This the
do it.
thing.
They ain't doing it.
C tier role players
in the real
get the
playoffs.
C tier role players get the LeBron buff and become B- role players.
Yeah.
When they play with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they actually play like how they actually are, it looks pretty bad.
Last thing I really got to say is that if the Lakers end up losing this, then I will be 10 times more pissed at the Blazers if the Blazers end up losing the Nuggets, because, like, come on. I don't want to play the Lakers, but, like, if we had the opportunity to play the Suns, like, instead of the Lakers, and we blew that, like, I'd be pissed. Damn near, even if, like, AD, like, is out, like, I wouldn't mind playing the Lakers. But, like, my point is that either of those, like, if AD's out or if we play the Suns,
Right.
those are series we could possibly win. So if we lose to the Nuggets without Jamal, like, bruh.
Yeah.
And blow that, like, come on.
So where do y'all go? So this team is getting blown up if y'all lose this series.
I hope so. The thing is that people have said that for years, but what could we really do? I mean, the best thing we could do, I guess, is trade CJ, but it's like,
What does y'all cap space look like? If I recall correctly, y'all barely have any.
yeah, we barely have any. It's like we could trade CJ, but
And Portland,
the problem
is Portland. It's not like people geeking
no
to go
one's
to
gonna
Portland.
come there. Yeah, the problem with CJ is like his contract is so big. Like, once you get big contracts like that, it's like we could get who, like Tobias Harris. Like, that's one of them. Like,
Tobias would be a good pickup for y'all.
is that a big improvement over CJ? Like, not like that.
I saw somebody not
saying
instead of, but in addition
us
to, yeah.
trying to, like, I saw on Twitter had like us blowing it up and getting like Sabonis and Brogdon. I'm like,
That's not bad.
Dame, Sabonis, and Brogdon. Like, is that really doing anything? Like, that's what I'm saying. There's no way they can blow it up and really like improve. Like,
Yeah, I feel what you mean. I mean, it's not like y'all gonna be like y'all shouldn't go into next season with the assumption that if y'all blow up, maybe y'all can be contenders soon. No, that's
they're
not
in basketball like
shouldn't be y'all
purgatory
mindset.
right now. It's like
Yeah.
they're just like
Y'all are-
not good enough to be a real contender, but they're not bad enough like to tank. Like, it's just like
Yeah, literally.
this is like the worst spot.
Bad
to be in.
location, no
Yeah.
cap space. Y'all are just in a bad spot.
So
right
yeah,
now.
Dame needs to get out. But I don't know. Really, I think the more of what we're saying is we both agree the Nets are probably still gonna make the finals, but the West is like wide open.
Yeah.
If AD's out, who do you even have in the West? I don't know. I mean,
I guess the Clippers. If the Clippers are playing good,
if the Clippers made the finals, that would be crazy.
if the Clippers made the finals,
After
that's the
last
Nets
year?
wash.
What?
If the Clippers make the finals, that's the Nets wash. That's Nets in 6.
Yeah, well,
Literally.
I mean, 6 isn't that bad, but
I'm only saying 6 because 5 is kind of nuts.
yeah, the Clippers would just love to do that just to be like, fuck you guys, like y'all didn't believe in us. Like, Paul George in the finals would make me sick. I would not want to see that.
If he play in the finals, if he gets his first finals and fucking stink it up, his legacy is gonna be down the drain.
But you are right though. It is getting to the point where it's like low key, like the West team might get cooked because like Utah or like Phoenix or like even like Denver or Portland,
like,
like
who we
they're
talking about
getting
here?
smoked by the Nets.
Like,
Like,
who are we,
cooked.
right? Literally,
Cooked.
or the Bucks.
Giannis in the
Well,
finals
regardless
is something we've never seen, so it's like I can't predict how that
Okay,
would
but
go.
even in the finals, okay, hypothetical. So let's say the Bucks do make it to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bucks versus Jazz. Let's say the Jazz make it to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks versus Jazz. Bucks in 5.
See, I can't
Bucks
say
versus
that.
Clippers.
No way.
Bucks in 6. You see what I'm talking about? Bucks versus Suns. Bucks in 4. Like,
No,
come on.
see, I disagree with all of those.
What?
Damn near. The
Bucks
Jazz,
just beat the Heat.
Jazz would be a good matchup for the Bucks. Damn near, because just because Gobert is so good in the paint.
Gobert's ass.
If you put Gobert in the paint like constantly, like that's gonna limit Giannis. Because let's be honest, what is Giannis besides
Giannis
doing?
is gonna bully Gobert the whole series.
I mean,
Giannis-
I'm just saying, if there's any player you want in the paint to guard Giannis, it's Gobert. Like,
No,
who?
Joel.
Gobert's about to win 3 Defensive Players of the Year, bro.
How many of them does he actually deserve?
Bruh,
Because not this season.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think the Jazz would get more than one for sure. And I think the Suns would get more than one. The Bucks are not, like, I think all that series really did was prove that the Heat were frauds. Like,
yeah, that too.
do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna like
the Bucks
sit
played
here and
well.
act like the Bucks. Like, they did play well, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like just because that series, like, now we're taking the Bucks to like true contender level.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
No,
Like I said, this might be the year they make that leap. So if they make that leap, then it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
if they beat the Nets, then I can't talk shit. I won't have shit to say. Like, you know what I mean?
If they beat the Nets, that's an automatic ring. Life is crazy. But I think that's all for NBA. Is there anything else that we needed to get into?
See, I knew NBA would be the ball. We just talked about that shit for probably like an hour.
Yeah, we wanted to talk. I wanted to bring up the list of players. So Dame put up 55, 10, and whatever else, and that ended up being one of the best playoff performances ever. So I wanted to go over like some of the other playoff performances.
Yeah,
he ends up being 7. So we got MJ number 1 with 63 versus Celtics.
And they lost, right?
And they lost. We got Elgin Baylor with 61 versus the Celtics, and they won.
Damn, Celtics getting lit up.
He put up 61. D. Mitch versus the Nuggets last season. He took a L. He put up 57 though. Barkley put up 56 back in 94 against the Warriors. He ended up taking a dub. Michael Jordan put up 56 against the Heat. He took a dub. Wilt Chamberlain. This was back. We talked about this. The Syracuse Nationals. Like,
yeah, that's nuts.
Long ass back in the fucking 60s.
I didn't even want to get that Syracuse Nationals jersey.
Gas, but he ended up taking the dub. But then after that, it's Dame with 55. What a big L.
Yeah,
tragic.
Tragic.
When we was talking about the Celtics, I wanted to bring this up. Did you hear about that story about how Boston fans broke into Bill Russell's house and shit on his bed?
No, I did not hear that one.
It's a real story,
bruh. There's no way.
So Bill Russell is a one of the best Celtics, or might be the best Celtics player.
I mean, 8 rings, right?
11.
Oh yeah, 11. I'm tweaking.
So
no, he was playing when there was only 18. So.
Yeah. But he got the Celtics a bunch of championships and blah blah blah. But he played back in the 50s and 60s. So of course he experienced racism. I mean, we in Boston of all places, so you already know how that go. But he went on the road to play, and he came back and they literally broke in his house, ransacked his house, broke all his trophies, everything, and shit on his bed, bro.
Wow.
Like, wait, what? Spray painted the N-word all through his house, like a bunch of shit. And he won 11 championships with these people.
Yeah, Boston fans. That's what Lakers and Celtics fans will always be the worst. But yeah, I don't
Boston
think Lakers fans are like that.
Real different. Yeah. But off of that, I think we're about to get into what now? Baby and them?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So off NBA, we're heading to hip hop now. Lil Baby and Durk just announced their album June 6th. Voice of the Heroes. Did you see the cover?
I didn't see the cover, but I saw the track list.
I'm about to show you the cover. I actually didn't see the track list, which is crazy.
I don't know if it was real then. It could have been cap.
The track list is 8. Well, I know that there's 18 tracks on it.
The track list I saw had Travis and Thug on it.
Wow. This is the cover.
Yeah, so I think it was the real track list. But what I saw, it was like the third song had Travis, one of the last songs had Thug, and there was a couple other songs with people. I can't remember.
Yeah. I think that's going to be gas. I'm not going to lie. It's either going to be gas or it's going to be mid.
How you said it's 18?
Yeah.
I think that's what I saw too. 18 for a collab is like
they could have gave us 12. I'm not gonna lie. They could have gave us 12 or 13, and it would have been. Still
think it'll probably be all of these like track collabs nowadays are always like there's some good songs, but for the most part, like it's kind of forgettable. I think this will be a little better than that, but I don't think it'll be like crazy. Like I don't think this is gonna be like an album of the year contender or anything.
I mean. It has the potential, seeing as how Durk and Baby is 2 of the hottest out right now.
I mean, yeah, they both are. I'm just saying, these collabs I feel like never come out like fully like I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they never live up to the potential of what they could be.
Do you think so? With that being said, how much do you think this is doing? 250.
Yeah, I agree.
Somewhere
with that.
around there. Somewhere about 250. Yeah.
I think it'll definitely have some hits on it. I mean, it's Baby and Dirk.
Sure,
like,
sure.
it'll definitely have some big songs on it.
How many songs in here blow up on TikTok?
Unfortunately, probably too many.
Like 14 of them.
Literally.
Literally.
I don't know. I like both of them, and I think that it will be good. I feel like for collab albums, for me, from like these last few years, like I kind of lower my expectations a little bit, because I used to like have high expectations.
But what's been the best collab album in the past couple years? Baby Pluto.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest. Like, I like that. I think mostly because I'm a Uzi fan, but like that's not that good of a project. Like,
I think it's pretty good.
Compared to like
8 out of 10.
Uzi's projects, like that. Yeah. That would be one of the lower ones. Like, that's not comparable to one of Future's best. Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll be good. I'm excited for it. I'll probably definitely stay up and listen to it when it drops.
Oh, the whole world is.
So
that's cool. Now, I think this is perfect timing because shit is about to start opening up, like really opening up now.
Who is gonna be the star of this album, you think?
Baby, definitely.
Yeah. That's low key the thing I'm kind of scared of. Is I like Dirk, but I could see Baby kind of, I don't know,
hard carrying.
Yeah.
I like Dirk too. Dirk is a hook master, but I mean, I don't know if he can keep up verse per verse with Baby. I don't know if that's
I would have a lot
of a tall order to ask.
Confidence in this being good if it was like 12 to 14. It being 18 makes me know there's probably gonna be at least 4 songs that are like easily forgettable.
So do you think they're gonna do? Well, we gonna get some solo songs, right? But do you think it's like mostly like? Do you think it's mostly both of them like on there, and then we only get like 1 or 2 solo songs, or is it just like some collabs? And then we got some Baby throwaways and some Dirk throwaways.
See, I hope it's not like that. That's what a lot of these like collab albums feel like. It's just like throwaways, like that somebody hopped a verse on. I hope it's more like collaborative, like actually like they worked on like these songs together. You know what I mean?
They've been posting videos of them in the studio together, so I'm pretty sure.
Exactly, I keep seeing those, so that gives me kind of hope that it won't be like that.
Yeah, they've been putting videos of them in the studio, and I'm gonna be completely honest. The snippets ain't really been going that crazy for me.
Yeah,
but that don't mean that when the album come out, it's
sounded that crazy. And let's be honest, the only other collab project Lil Baby has, the one with Gunna, was also like kind of mid.
It was good, but it was short lived. It definitely didn't have a long shelf life at all.
And it was, I mean, the same thing. It was too long, like too many forgettable songs.
Yeah, so. I think what happened with that was that just got carried by Drip Too Hard. Like that was when Drip Too Hard was like the biggest song in the fucking world. I don't even know if they was really planning to do a album, but I think when Drip Too Hard took off like that, they was like, okay, we gotta, that might be the case. I might just be saying weird bullshit on here. Life is crazy.
I don't know. Gunna and Baby are super cool, so they were.
I'm waiting for new Gunna for sure. I'm waiting for a Gunna feature. A Gunna feature on this would be crazy.
I don't think there was one, but I'm not sure.
That's simply preposterous. I'm kind of happy I didn't look at the track list because now I'm gonna be surprised when the track list does come out this Friday.
Yeah,
gonna be turned. Outside of that, Polo G announced some shit. The Migos announced they shit.
Him and Migos both drop next week, and Isan.
Yep, the
Young E.
Yep, the young goat. I think this Polo G shit is gonna be mild. Honestly.
I do too,
I think the Migos shit gonna be mild too.
I'm
pretty much. I feel like I'm just waiting on Kendrick and Uzi to drop. Like I feel like I'm just in limbo until both of them drop.
I really liked The GOAT by Polo G. That was damn near one of my favorite albums the year it dropped.
That Rap Star single was just like
Rap Star was mid. Give No Fucks was mid.
Yeah. The song with Wayne was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the song he put out with Wayne was good, but this is what I was saying before we started the pod is like he said something about how on the GOAT none of those songs were mixed because quote unquote whenever I would have somebody mix them I didn't like how they turned out. But then everyone roasted the production quality because it wasn't good because he didn't have any of his songs mixed. And I feel like it's the same shit again. Like Gang Gang is a good song, but you listen to that shit in the car and the bass is as loud as the vocals. It's like, bruh, like it's starting to get ridiculous, dude. Like Polo G,
you got a label
please, like mix and master your songs, dude. Like it makes such a difference. Like, and 3 mid singles, like with the production not really stepping up. I like Polo G, but yeah, I don't have super high expectations for it. He did say today he's dropping the track list and that he has an all-star cast of features because it's called Hall of Fame.
I don't know if I don't know if that's a good sign though.
Damn near.
I don't know if star-studded features for your second project is a good sign if you know you haven't even upgraded your production quality with that being said. But I feel like what do I want to say? I feel like Polo G now while Polo G is talented, like skill wise, Polo G can actually rap. I will say that, but I feel like Polo G when he want to find a beat, he go type in Polo G type beat on YouTube and then just pick one.
Yeah,
him and Rod Wave are big corporates just rapping over the same trap piano beat.
Yeah, the problem.
I'm tired of that. Like,
the problem, with him is he just, if he would step up the production quality, he'd be so much better. And it's just like, to be frustrated with everything but him just kind of sucks, because it's like, I'm not mad at his performance. Right. I'm not mad at the shit he's doing.
He can rap. He can put words together very, very well.
I just have a feeling this album is not going to be anywhere close to as good as The GOAT was. Like, I
don't even think The GOAT was that crazy. I mean, The GOAT was a good album, but I don't think it's like...
I think it was pretty damn good. But I think
it's a cool 7.5.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like an 8, but I don't think this is touching that. I really don't.
That's crazy.
And I like him. I hope it's really good. And we both get on here like, oh, we were wrong. It was good.
Yeah. Me too.
Him and Migos dropping the same day is kind of crazy, because it's like Polo G is like really popping. Like Migos has been gone for a few years. Like, it's kind of nuts they're dropping the same day. Do you think Migos will be good?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Culture 2 was just... It's like Culture 1 was so good. Culture 2 was so ass. It's
Culture 1 is a classic. Let's keep that in mind.
It's great.
Culture 1 is a classic.
Great.
Culture 2 is in the dumpster.
Trash.
So with that being said, Culture 3 at least needs to land in the middle of those.
Exactly.
At least need to land in the middle of those. You know.
Honestly, from Migos, if there's a few good songs and like one hit, I'll be happy with it. Honestly.
True. We getting at least.
If it's less than 20 songs, I'll be happy. Like,
man, please just give me 13 good songs. Give me the one TikTok smash. Give me a couple good takeoff verses and leave us the fuck alone. That's what y'all need to do. But I'm pretty sure they're not gonna take it that route.
Yeah, I remember when they dropped Culture 2 and it was 24 songs. I was just like, bruh. Like,
see, but QC is a big culprit of the big album thing.
It's just
they do that with every
numbers.
artist. They do that with Yachty. They do that with their compilation albums. That QC compilation album was like 45 songs.
Literally,
bro.
like.
Both of them. They number one.
It makes them money, but it's just like a disservice to the fans for real.
The Migos shit was dumb long. Like, are you serious? Nobody wants to sit through all that, especially when this shit is mild.
It's just for streaming numbers, bro. Right?
Yeah, literally. I mean, but if the numbers come out how you want them, then I mean the formula working. Like I said, QC is damn near the biggest, most influential label out right now. So it's you kind of can't argue against their methods, but at the same time, it's like, what are we really doing?
When it affects the quality, I feel like we can. You know what I mean? We're not arguing against, like, it's making money. So I'm not arguing against that. I understand. Like, y'all are making way more money by making a 30-song album than a 12-song album. But it's like, still.
Yeah.
Like, you have to understand for the fans, like, when we're getting 10 filler tracks, it's like,
what is this really doing? You know what I mean? Like,
and you can see it in a way that their shit charts high and then drops off.
Yeah. That straightening record is mild.
I never even listened to it, honestly.
It's mild. You ain't missing shit.
I didn't see really any kind of buzz around it. That's how I knew it was made.
It's mild. Have you, like, usually with a Migos record, right? So when the Migos record come out, you gonna hear it somewhere. When Stir Fry drop,
exactly,
you was gonna hear it somewhere. You haven't heard the shit nowhere, have you?
Never.
No,
nowhere.
It's because the shit is mild. Nobody's.
That's how I knew, honestly.
Yeah, that shit is mild.
That's why I haven't looked for it.
The straightening record is just, it's like, you know. Now, with that being said, I feel like, based off the other snippet I heard a couple snippets that they released. I feel like they trying to get on the rapping shit again. You know, like on their call casting t-shirt shit. You know,
yeah.
like
I really like that song they put out with Youngboy last year too. That song was really
that was good. They trying to get back on their rapping shit a little bit, but I just feel like, I mean, a lot of people feel like the Migos are done. I'm not gonna say the Migos are done, but I mean they're vets. Let's just keep it at that. The Migos are definitely veterans at this point.
I feel like they're established. Like they were already established underground, and now it's like they're established mainstream. So yeah, it's like they don't really have anything else to really prove, and it's like they're all coming. 2 of them are coming off of like cheating scandals, like it's
and rape cases. Like what the fuck?
It's just
yeah.
It's kind of like I don't know, a clusterfuck like going into this album.
Life is crazy.
What else you want to get into?
I wanted to touch on Lil Loaded a little bit.
Just keep in mind we already at hour 40.
That's perfect. Lil Loaded, Lil Loaded is a rapper from Dallas, Texas. He was 20 years old. He committed suicide. We don't necessarily, well, we know why. He committed suicide over an issue with his girlfriend. The point I was trying to make was we don't know what his girlfriend did. Like, we don't know if she like cheated on him, or I'm assuming she did. She did. Anyway,
that's what
they got into it somehow, and he ended up being sad, and he killed himself over his girlfriend. Now, my thing is being 20 years old and killing yourself over a female. What that says to me is he had other issues, like minus all the rap shit.
Yeah,
he had other like real mental issues.
Yeah,
because apparently, I remember hearing about this, but I forgot that it was actually him. He accidentally killed like his best friend or something like that.
Oh damn!
So he been going through it apparently.
Okay, so
yeah,
it's more than
it's
more than just the girl then, for real.
Right. So pretty much, I just wanted to touch on that. Say RP Lil Loaded. Yeah, man. Check on your people, bro, because you never know what people going through.
Exactly.
Like you would think him being 20, being
like successful,
being a semi popping rapper. You know what I mean? Like living a dream, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like you're in a position that most people want to be.
Yeah, it's probably got to be a bad space too, just to be in, because people are hitting you up like for clout or for money. Like they're not hitting you up to like check on you.
Yeah. So
it's like to be in a bad mental state, like
having fame got to be one of the most taxing things on your mental, because you just never know who on your team and who not. You know
exactly.
What I mean? Jumping off of the mental health thing, I want to touch on Naomi Osaka. Honestly, have you heard about her?
Yeah.
So Naomi Osaka, she told the French Open that she didn't want to do a lot of interviews, or any interviews for that matter. She didn't want to do any media because it was messing with her mental health. She has really bad social anxiety. But you could tell that without even her saying that. You could tell from her interviews when she's talking. She's like, "Yes, I'm really thankful." Like she's not like you could tell that she's not comfortable in large crowds or on camera. So she came out at this French Open and said, "I don't want to do any interviews." They said, "Okay, we're gonna fine you." She said, "Okay, I'm rich. I don't give a fuck." They said, "Oh, if that's the case, then we gonna suspend you." She said, "Okay, I'm gone.
Yeah,
bye."
Yeah.
Now, honestly, I feel like she did the right thing. She took a stand for her mental health. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's Corday's girl too.
Yeah.
That's my thing, is like, not only is she rich, like her man's is also rich, like with his own money. So it's like, it's even less.
Right. Like the point I'm trying to make is like prioritizing your mental health is like
should be above everything else.
Such an important thing.
Exactly.
And I feel like honestly, her doing that is a good example. And like as much as people talk shit about her, like I feel like her putting herself first above all these other whatever. I feel like that's a good example.
I feel like it is.
That's
at
a good
the same time, I think it's different for me and you to talk about this shit because we don't give a fuck about tennis for real, and that's a huge event. Like think of like if like, I don't know, maybe like if
Serena, Venus,
like fucking the Warriors were going like in the playoffs and like Clay or like Curry or somebody said that, like the reaction would be way different because
Marshawn
then we're like, oh, you're a bitch. Like this game is bigger than that.
Marshawn did that.
So I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn was like, yeah, I don't really want to talk to the media.
Well, I know that, yeah.
The whole I don't want to. I'm just here so I don't get fined thing. Like he was literally sitting in interviews being silent. Like y'all got 2 minutes, say whatever y'all want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I feel like athletes not wanting to talk to the media has been a thing.
Well, yeah, the media.
But I feel
I'm just saying in terms of like
right.
taking an event off for your mental health. Like, I think it is a good thing, and it is like we have to remember these people are people. I just feel like it's different because we aren't as invested in the sport that she took off from. Right.
So like her taking off from the entire French Open is different from her being like, okay, I'm gonna sit out a couple matches. That's like LeBron saying, okay.
I'm done with the playoffs. Like
right. If y'all gonna make me do interviews, I'm literally just not gonna play in the playoffs. Fuck that. You know, it's on that level because not only because of her sitting out, but because of the stature of the tennis player she is. She's the hottest tennis player right now
in the world. Yeah,
she's the number one, like biggest. You know, like when you think of tennis, it's Naomi right now.
Yeah,
you know, so she's like the face of tennis, and her doing this as the face of tennis is pretty fucking big. I'm not gonna lie. You know, athletes having leverage is something that I saw a GM talking about, NBA GM. He was talking about athletes now have all the leverage. He was talking specifically about the NBA, but he was referring to sports in general. He was saying that NBA players gaining most of the leverage is one of the worst things to happen in sports ever, like all sports.
Because why?
Because he's saying like NBA players having the leverage, right? Mm-hmm. It's bad for the league. You know what I mean? Like if players feel like they can do whatever they want and then they actually start doing whatever they want.
So he's basically saying it's bad for right. I mean, right. But that's not bad for anyone but the league. Saying, right. It's good for the fans.
What he meant to say was
money making.
Right.
Like,
what he meant to say was it's bad for me because
I'm Saudi, I can't boss these players around.
Right, because I'm Saudi, I can't boss them around and tell them what the fuck to do no more. They just gonna be like, no, I'm not doing it. You know?
Yeah, I love the player empowerment thing. The only thing that's really been kind of tough about it and kind of sucks, like
team hopping,
is it gives the big markets the most power.
Yes.
LA, New York City, Miami, like those are the places. Like a place like Cincinnati, like. If the players have all the power, then we're never going to be good because we're never going to attract people to come here.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
That's the one thing that's kind of tough about it is that like, and then like also players like Giannis and Dame.
If you a small team, you
rare,
gotta If you a small team, you got to draft great. Mm-hmm. If you a small team, you got to draft real good.
Exactly. That's your only chance, really.
Yeah.
So
that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But just to get into some more less heavy, quick
literally
stuff.
Goofy shit.
This because people talk about this on Twitter, right?
I didn't see this. I've only ever heard you talk about this.
What? Well, okay, probably both. But somebody on Twitter, people on Twitter was talking about if you would. So hypothetically, if aliens came to Earth, right? Mm-hmm. Would you, let's say, fornicate, mate with an alien?
Fucking alien. Like, come on, be honest. Just keep it a buck.
It's an alien.
What I know, I feel like I know what your take is, but what is your take, Ali?
Wait, I want to hear yours first.
No.
Wait, why not?
This was your topic. I'm hearing yo shit first.
My take is, why not?
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be it. Literally.
I mean, why not? It's an alien. That's like the way I see it. That's like a once in a lifetime experience. Like, what are we? Okay, just aliens coming down to Earth in itself is like phenomenal. That's like that's like a huge event. That's like something that changes the course of human history.
Yeah.
So if you fuck that alien, now where does that put you in the history books? I'm for real.
I know you're for real. That's what's like so nuts to me, bro. Like, what like kind of aliens are we talking about? Is the first thing, because like
I don't know.
A predator is different than like an alien. Like,
they said a predator.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but nobody is fucking a predator, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like that versus like I don't know.
Like a human.
Aliens that look like humans.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Like a human, but they pink or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it looked like the acid girl from My Hero.
Literally.
She come down. She an alien. You beating her. Be honest. Be honest. This is not the place to cap. This is a safe space. You can tell the truth.
That's just a bad example because that's a 14-year-old. Like, you know what I mean? But you're saying,
why would you just try to set me up like that? You get what I'm saying, bro.
I see what you're saying. I'm just saying I'm not gonna agree to that exact shit.
No, bro. But you get what I'm talking about.
If an alien is bad, shit, fuck
Define
it.
Bad,
like, why
Define
not?
bad, because think about it like this. Okay, so humans have our human standard of beauty, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if an alien come down here, now let's say the alien is like, it might not even be a female. They might not even have genders. They might not have male or female. Mm-hmm. They might just be like entities that just mate to survive. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what do they look like? You know what I mean?
But I'm saying like,
because at that point they don't need to like make themselves like attractive. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like they could just be like regular entities. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They would probably. So for me, it would have to be they were human-like. Because like if it's like a fucking one-eyed like crazy looking shit, like I'm cool
that might be turned.
See,
now look though. So the alien come down, right? It got one eye, right?
No mouth, like
no mouth. It's like 6'10".
Antennas,
like
you know
fuck
what I mean? No, bro. You trying to like, bro? Like,
but it's like I wish to bear a hybrid child, right? Mm-hmm. And then Joe Biden make the call like, Devin, we need you.
If I got that call, I'd be sick.
Like, no.
I'd be like, I know somebody who might do it.
Fuck out of
it
here.
ain't
me. If you get the call, you got. I mean, you know, you okay. So be honest. As a Dragon Ball fan, you wouldn't want to have a hybrid son. Be honest. Your son turned out to be Trunks and Gohan.
Bruh.
Bro, that's turned, bro.
Yeah.
Your son turned out to be Mark.
I just feel like your thinking is just like, I don't know, so off the wall. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not even coming from the same like approach. Like you thinking about like everything but fucking the alien. I'm thinking about just that, bruh.
All right, so let's get that. So,
bruh, that's what I'm thinking about. You think about the kids, like your place in history, bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bruh.
All right, look. What if you fucked the alien and now you got superpowers now?
So this is my answer. This is my final answer, right? If the alien is bad, yes. If
How
the
do you
alien
define
is
bad?
trash,
My question is, how do you define bad for an alien?
because if the alien is still human-like enough to where like you can tell the features and it's attractive, then it's bad. But if it's
Okay, think about it like this.
like the shit we was talking about, like bruh,
So have you know Nala from The Lion King?
yeah,
She bad, but she a lion. All right. So it don't have to be a humanoid like figure to be like, you know what I mean? Like, what if the alien bad, but it's shaped like a car? You know what I mean? Like it's shaped like a Ferrari. You know, like you see a Ferrari and you're like, damn, that motherfucker look good. See, but now it's an alien and you can, you know what I'm saying?
I'm lost, bruh. Like,
I'm
come
just,
on.
like when you think about aliens, like it could be any form. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like you can't really just put it in the humanoid box. I'm thinking about it from the sense of like I would want to be the only human on Earth to be able to say I have an alien son. Your son is broke. Your son is a bum. My son is fucking invulnerable. My son is actually invincible.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like it's just different shit that come with it. Now let me ask you this.
Oh god.
We talk about it from a male perspective where we're doing the insert into the alien.
Yeah.
What if the alien has to insert into you, or like combine with you? You know, so like some Avatar shit. You know, like
No,
Avatar,
bro.
like.
I think me and your
y'all gotta touch
perspective, you've already can tell from my take on this that like I'm kind of cool on this shit damn near in general. This is like I was already cool when we was talking about a female alien. Now we talking about an alien. Yeah, bro, I'm cool.
It could be a female. It could be a female, but still have. So
you're saying like, what if the female alien like was like
yeah, because
our
like,
version of males?
Yeah, because
much.
like seahorses, the male get pregnant, right?
Yeah, I'm
For
cool.
example.
I'm cool.
I'm not saying you got to get pregnant, but you might have to like.
Nah. Like that's what I'm saying. I see where you're going with this, and no, bro. What is your answer? It's still, bro.
Probably,
yeah, exactly.
it's
that's
slow.
what I'm
It's slow.
saying.
It's slow.
Like,
Nah, it's slow. It's slow.
so even if the alien was like, you finna be like in human history, like you finna have this crazy kid, like you cool?
Fuck no. Now, this the thing. Now, what if they offer to take you back to they home planet and you could be like, you could be like a housewife. You could be like an alien housewife. Just take care of the alien kids.
I'm cool, bro. I'm so cool, dude.
You want to be a house dad on another planet?
Fuck no.
Oh my god. You want to stay on Earth that bad?
Yeah, I'm cool with Earth,
Yeah.
bro. Like.
You want to stay on Earth that bad? Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm cool. Like,
you want to let the alien peg you, bro? They was talking about that on Twitter too, bro.
Yeah, nah, I'm cool.
Did you see that?
No.
Who do you follow? Your TL trash. They was talking about. They was
I
talking
see
about
no
pegging.
shit about
They was
aliens.
talking about. No, I'm talking about pegging. They was talking about pegging on the TL. They was talking about like if that's gay or not or blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what pegging is?
Yes, but I don't understand the discussion.
I don't want to explain what pegging is. So if you want to know what pegging is, if you don't already know,
oh God,
go on Urban Dictionary and look up pegging, and you'll get the full description. I promise.
I don't understand the conversation around this
Because I'm on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I keep seeing everybody talking about getting fucked in the ass. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
So the discussion is whether or not that's gay.
Right. If you as a straight man get pegged, does that make you gay?
I mean, why would you as a straight man ever be getting pegged? Like, bro, like what position did you put yourself in to where now you're getting pegged?
Bro,
Like,
some niggas like getting pegged, and to be honest, from what I was seeing, a lot of females like pegging niggas, bro. That's nuts. The love of your life. You've been with this girl for 3 years. The love of your life, right? It's your anniversary. She say, "I want to try something different," right?
Oh
and you
my
say, "Okay, I love
God.
you. I at least hear you out." And she say, "Let me try peg you." Your response is what?
fuck no.
God, get the fuck out of my face.
Literally
How about that?
yeah, fuck no. I'd be like, bro. Like,
bro,
the only like,
that's crazy. Some of y'all, bro. And
if it's
some of y'all right now are listening to this like, oh, that's so nasty, but in the back of y'all head, y'all know that's the time y'all actually on, bro.
in that situation, I damn near have to be like, if we even talk about some shit like that, you gotta let me do some shit. Like,
what?
Do you see what I'm saying? I'd be like,
Elaborate.
because we've been like married. Like, if she's like, oh, I want to try some shit out, I'd be like, your friend kind of bad. Like, if we doing this, then I'm trying some shit out. Like, there's no way you're getting away with doing that shit. So you let her
peg you if you could be her friend?
I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying if we were even having that discussion,
it need to be some type of trade-off.
Then I'm coming. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no way you're just doing that for an anniversary gift, bitch. It's no way, cuz.
That's like her biggest fantasy, to like peg a man. You're not gonna give your wife that satisfaction?
I feel like if I was married to a woman who that was her biggest fantasy, I fucked up somewhere. Like,
no, you didn't make the right decision.
Literally, like,
they were saying like, if your woman even bring up pegging around her, she don't respect you.
Yeah, that's.
I can't go that far because I don't know people's relationship, but I know my girl. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, I just. I'm
tough, bro.
So cool on that. Like, it's just like, I don't understand.
It don't even cross my mind. Like, when I think about sex with a female, like, pegging is not one of the things that's going through my mind interest. You know?
Was part of the Twitter discussion, like, was it really girls saying like they wanted to peg guys? Like, that's like a real thing. Like,
more females was arguing against it being gay. Like I said, like, most guys hear it, they like, nah, like, that's gay off rip. Now, obviously, it being Twitter, you know, there's more of a LGBT presence. So a lot of dudes were saying it's not gay. A lot of niggas on there saying they get pegged. But for the most part, most dudes were saying, like, nah, that's sus, never, ever.
Also, though, girls be the main ones who also be like, oh, like, y'all think everything's gay. Like, it's not gay. Like, they always be trying to, like, justify shit. Like, so it's like, of course, girls would be on there like, no, it's not gay. Like, if it's a dude, like, or if it's a chick doing it, like, it's not gay. Like,
they were saying, like, how can you be gay if you're having sex with a woman? But I mean, like, bro, you getting fucked in the ass. I'm not gonna say you gay, but you like you a little different. That's it.
Like, first of all, to even make this happen, like, you have to buy the equipment.
It's nothing wrong with being different, by the way, but you just gotta acknowledge you different. If you getting fucked in the ass, you different.
Yeah.
Even if you a female, if anybody that gets fucked in the ass is different.
Like, well, like I said, like, to even get that far in the conversation, you gotta have like equipment. Like, we're not like acting like chicks is just off rip ready to peg. Like, if your girl hits you up like that, she got the shit ready.
Equipment. You made it sound like some fucking football pass.
Literally. Strap up, bro. I am. Oh my god. I can't even imagine like how like thrown off I would be if a chick ever said that to me. Like, I would be like,
I would have to take a couple seconds to look at her like, are you for real? Like, quit playing with me. That would be my first response. Like, hey babe, let me pay you. I'd be like, all right, quit playing with me. Like, for real. Like, what do you want?
Literally.
Like, quit playing with me. Like, be honest.
Like, and like, we're talking about this, like, and it's like a lot of girls trying to defend it, like you said, but it's like, this has to go both ways. If you as a girl like wouldn't do that shit, like, then why are you trying to do that shit to you?
Explain.
Like, if you as a woman wouldn't let somebody fuck you in the ass, then why are you trying to fuck your own man in the ass? Like, no. Like, no. Like,
but that's like dudes that want to fuck girls in the ass but then don't want to get it back.
Yeah.
Dudes that's like, can I speak English? Dudes that like anal. There's a lot of like weird guys, like dudes that like anal, dudes that like feet, dudes that got like pee fetishes. Like, those are all weird.
Yeah.
Incel creepy niggas. Like, all of y'all.
Hey, we haven't talked about the sick ones in a while, so
yeah, bro.
That was like our whole first 2 or 3 pods, was talking about people who are
literally,
sick.
because we started when that Deshaun Watson shit was going on. It was a bunch of sick shit going on, bro. This T.I., have you heard about this T.I. shit?
The Bad Baby shit.
Bad Baby. Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about. I thought for a minute you said Bad Bunny. I was gonna be like, what the fuck did he do?
No.
But speaking of gay, is it gay that he cross-dressed? Cause you know Bad Baby or Bad Bunny, should I say? Bad Bunny be dressing up in the whole, like, he put fake boobs on and wear like dresses and, you know, wigs and shit.
I didn't even know that.
Really?
No, I didn't know that.
Bad Baby had a Bad Bunny. Holy fuck! Bad Bunny got like a whole like video of him in, like, you know, a whole music video of him like cross dress. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so does Lil Yachty.
Huh? Oh yeah, Lil Yachty dressed up as Oprah, though, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I think Bad Baby was doing that. Like, I keep saying Bad Baby. What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Holy fuck! It shouldn't be allowed to have a bad baby and a bad bunny. Like one of y'all have to change something. Like because there's no way.
One's a lot more successful. So I'd say,
yeah. But anyway, Bad Bunny, like I think Bad Bunny actually do that shit for fun, and he's like, see, but Bad Bunny is one of the biggest like Latin artists like out right now. All the shit is like 3x platinum. Like he's like super turned. You know what I mean?
But weren't his shoes like intentionally like rainbow, like for pride and stuff?
Yeah,
like I feel like he's just like super like I don't know.
He's really like he's really pro LGBT because he's like what should I say? He's trying to break down the like the whole like macho Latino man like stigma because like that's a big thing in Latino culture, like, you know, the whole machismo thing. So like his response to that is to go completely left field.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a different conversation because it's like getting pegged is so much like worse than like just dressing a certain way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because I mean like that don't necessarily because so putting on a dress doesn't necessarily like it doesn't necessarily like show who you're attracted to. But if you're willing to get fucked in the ass, that means that you have some affinity for penis. You have even if it's a little, you have some affinity for penis. Yeah, definitely.
That's a great point. I
you know what I mean? Like it's just a little. It's levels.
Yeah,
life is crazy. I'm not judging no level, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not getting pegged. Devin might, but
no, fuck no. Hey, Lee might do it if it's an alien.
Quit playing with me. I'm saying like, okay, so like, let's say you seen Avatar, right? Like how they connect their little ponytails. What if it's just like she's like a blob, like slime or something? You gotta like get like in a fetal. You gotta like get into a fetal position, and she like absorb you into the blob, and like you just in there for however long, and then you come out and like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like when you dealing with aliens, it could be literally anything. So I'm trying to get out of the box of just like
that's
male,
why this
sex.
Is so hard like to like determine because it's like an alien could be anything. Like
damn. Aliens are 100% real though.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, yeah, it's already confirmed. Like confirmed it's real. But last year the Department of Defense confirmed that like aliens are a real thing.
I missed that.
It was like in the heat of the pandemic. I think that's why they announced
okay.
Because it was like right when the pandemic. Yeah, they were like confirmed that like alien life exists, but that's all they
holy
said.
Fuck. I can't believe they stuck that out, trying to just get it out like that.
But it's already like we know. I mean, if you think about how it like anyone logically thinks about how big space is and says there's no aliens, then I mean they're just capping. Yeah,
like motherfuckers ain't even discovered every species on Earth, but got the nerve to say aliens aren't real.
Like you gotta literally, like we don't even know most of the ocean, and y'all are telling me like infinite space. Bruh. There's no one else out there. Fuck,
God dropped new aliens. God dropped new species on Earth every couple weeks. I see a new bug on Twitter every week. Like, damn, when did this come out? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
You know? Life is crazy.
Life is nuts.
Twitter really give you a lot of Twitter really give you a lot of yeah. Did you see that video of that moose?
Yeah, bro.
That moose was fucking huge.
I didn't know a moose was that big, bro. That shit was like 3 feet taller than a car. and it was an Escalade. Like, bruh.
There's a video of a moose. There's a video of a moose walking down this median, whether it be in Canada or Alaska or wherever the fuck moose reside. The moose was walking down the middle of the street, right? There's a car on either side, right? So on the other side of the moose is a big SUV. I promise on everything I love, this moose is towering. Over this car, bro.
Literally, like the antlers itself are probably as wide as like this room.
Holy
like it's crazy.
Fuck.
That shit made me damn near scared of a moose. Like if I saw that shit, like that shit is,
bruh. You can't outrun that motherfucker, bro. You can't even run from a moose.
My thing is, not only is they're that big, like their antlers is big as shit. Like he headbutts you are done.
Yes,
like,
bro.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I was like, wow. I showed it to Kira. I was like, you know they were this big? She was like, yeah. I was like
what the fuck?
No fucking clue.
And then somebody posted a picture of a bear paw. Did you see that?
No.
The picture of the bear paw. So this lady was holding a bear paw up, right? They had tranquilized this bear to like put a tag on it to like do research on it, blah blah blah, right? So this was an alive bear, like a real functioning bear.
Wow.
Bruh. The bear paw was like the size of this.
Wow.
Like width wise. I'm fucking serious. That shit was it was literally wider than her frame, like wider than her. The bear paw was like this. So like her head is like this, the bear paw was like this. I'm looking at this bear like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, what is God really making? Like, literally. Like a fucking 11-foot horse. Like, come on, bro.
Literally,
with horns.
With
like,
horns, like
what? that can survive in extreme temperatures that you
Literally.
can't outrun. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot run a moose because that motherfucking legs is 6 feet tall.
Literally.
Even if it's a slow moose, the slowest moose in a herd hawk you down.
Literally.
The slowest moose out the bunch of fucking like, come on, bro.
Come on. Yeah.
This is why you gotta peep. Like, imagine if every animal was a predator to humans.
We'd be fucked.
We would be so down bad because
Literally.
shit that you think wouldn't be able to hurt you will start hurting you.
Mm-hmm.
Like if fucking like if humans had to deal with geese every time they step out the house, like it's gonna be looking kind of tough.
Literally.
If every time you come out the house, you got to see an eagle. Damn.
Literally.
Every time you swim, you got to see like imagine a dolphin hawking you down.
Yeah.
Dolphins are really assholes. Like dolphins actually kill other animals like for fun.
Yeah.
Imagine if they're doing that to humans. You can't even take a swim.
Literally.
All tourism is dead. Hawaii is dead. Florida is dead. Like, shit will be so fucked up.
Literally.
Life is crazy though. We got on a rant about fucking animals. We
Twitter.
started on My Hero. Holy fuck. That's the A&R podcast for you.
Literally. Hey, this is the longest one we did in a minute.
Really?
That just show you we got content.
What we at now? Like 210?
Yeah, like 205.
Damn, life is crazy. Well, 215.
Yes, sir.
I think that's about time. I think it's about time to head out. You want to wrap this up? Anything else you want to say?
Let's see, what were we talking about? Yeah, Deku's still pussy.
Definitely.
The Blazers still suck.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's my main
with
point.
that being said, we'll see you.